word to wise. Grass only greener when it's fertilized. Gave them truth in these songs, they prefer to lies. Destiny beautiful, adrift in her purple lies. You can't see me, you Stevie. Wondering how I reach more evolutions than Evie. And make it look easy. Man, dream on, yeah. Dream on, Dreamweaver.
What is up, Earth?
Well, first of all, you gotta fix me. We're not doing this. We're not doing. Look,
you know what?
Look at me right now. Thank you.
I forgot to put you in the right.
Now you can stop now. Before we even get to, first of all, you had me on the screen wrong. That was the first violation. Second violation, I just wanted known at the start of the show that. Well, that buzzer's for you, but yeah, I just wanted known at the start of the show that I am doing this Blerd Cave episode number 348 under protest. I did not want to talk about the book that we are going to talk about today. I came here ready to talk about the Florida hippopotamus cocaine massacre, but apparently we're going to be talking about Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. So I just wanted known again that I am doing this against my better judgment. But with that out of the way, I'm just saying hello, everyone. My name is Carter, and I present to you this newest edition of the Blerd Cave, the #1 comic book, whatever this is, on this multiverse, the Imperial Universe, for as long as it lasted, Ultimate Universe, even though that's kind of going down drain event-wise. I guess with all of that out of the way, I guess I should just present our main host, the person who will be real quick to tell you in the middle of an argument that this is my show, Ernie FBA Carruthers, and the B stands for Blerd. Good morning, Ernie.
That's me. I'm that guy. I'm the. Can I just say, all BS aside, that shit broke my heart. You know that?
What's that?
When someone called me an FBA, I was like, is that how I move? Do y'all not love me?
Apparently they do. That's why they said that they like that more FBA brothers such as yourself are talking about all these great books that people need to be reading. They might disown you for talking about this Caucasian book this week, even though your boy wanted to talk about the Florida hippopotamus cocaine massacre, but...
Well, I mean, let's keep it a stack here. So the fade out was always going to get talked about. The question was when, and I think Carter and I actually talked about it when I finished it because he read it before me.
Yeah,
and I actually wanted to talk about it almost immediately, but I was like, nah, it's February. I said I want this for us.
Yeah.
I want to save this for when I don't want to talk about one of the most diabolical. I don't want to talk about some of the most diabolical white people I've ever read about in comics in our blessed month of February. I was like, we ain't gonna do that. I was like, we ain't gonna do it like that because I'm gonna go. Spoiler alert for the fade out. Man, I ain't never read about
no. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We gonna bring them into that before we get to that. One thing I do want to talk to you about because we were supposed to talk about it last week, but we kind of got lost up in the weeds. There's this new thing. There's this new thing at Comic Shops.
Oh, yeah. Glad you
it's
said something.
called Comics the magazine you demanded. This is issue 1 on my screen. Ernie just got issue 2 that came out this week, but I'm trying to stay away from comic shops because I have to do adult things. So
what is an FBA?
I just told you.
Ernie
Carruthers. I just told y'all. The B stands for Blerd.
No, don't believe that man. Don't believe that man. No, an FBA is a foundational Black American. It's a fancy term people like to use because apparently African American or Black American is not good enough. And FBAs, they're usually people who don't like Black immigrants. Like, you ever see people on the internet calling other Black people tethers? That's what they're talking about. They love to use the term tether, like in that movie, what was it? Us.
Us, yeah.
Yeah, where they had like the tethers. They like to consider black immigrants, like if you're from like if you're actually like from like you actually immigrated from Africa or like Haiti, some other country or whatever, and you come here, they don't see you as black, they see you as a tether. And they mean that in every negative way humanly possible.
Now that we got
that, now we got that out of the way. I do want to talk about this real quick because I don't know if you caught this, Carter. I don't think they had it. Did they have it? Oh no, they did. Yes, go ahead.
Before you get, because I want to lead you into this, and the one reason that I really wanted to talk about this new thing that's going to be at your comic shops. Just look forward. It's probably going to be up front when you go to check out. It's only $2.99. Y'all spending $2.99, $3.99 on books anymore. What happened?
Real quick. Yeah, you said you're gonna see it at like the front of right at the counter of your comic shop. I did see an interesting faux pas happen yesterday when I was buying mine. The guy who was checking me out didn't ring them up because he thought they were free.
Hey. So now not only is the Blerd Without Fear an FBA, we know that he has no fear of stealing from comic book shops. So
both myself and the other person there pointed out that they were in fact not free, as you could see with
clearly says $2.99 right there. Cashiers, y'all got to pay attention, cashiers. The one reason I really wanted to talk about this is because of something that you said when we had our little conversation about it. It was a real brief convo, but I'm someone who I didn't have ready access. Wizard magazine was not readily available to me. Whatever copies of Wizard that Whitehaven library had, Ernie, was all the Wizard I had.
That's all you gonna get.
So when we were having this conversation about Comics the Magazine, you made a comment that you think after that first issue, because issue 2 just came out this week,
right? You
said you read that first issue and that you felt like Comics the Magazine does what Wizard should have done, and they do what Wizard did, but better.
Yes.
Continue with that point.
Yes. Because we didn't really have time to expound upon that last week. Okay. I got both issues. What I like about this is that Wizard, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Wizard wasn't a good thing. Wizard was a good thing. I love that magazine. I miss that magazine. It was a lot of fun. But I do feel like Wizard, not in the beginning, but I think as Wizard went along, it became more about... It became one of those things that kind of more, I feel, did more harm to the comics industry than it did good sometimes. That said, what I like about this is that this puts the entire industry, in my opinion, first. Like, case in point, not to say you didn't see stuff like this in Wizard magazine, but you see this a lot more prominently in this, is that like, I saw all kinds of advertisements that weren't just for comic book readers, they were for comic book creators. Case in point, when you open up the book, I think one of the first things you'll see, like when you get to like, I think it's in the second issue, I think. When you get to like the credits and stuff, there's a part where like it's literally advertising like letterers. There's a part where it's advertising that I actually saw a couple of advertisements for like POS systems for comic shops. Organizational type deals for comic shops. It tells you where you can get previews for comics. In a legal fashion. The in-depth interviews. Like I said, Wizard had interviews. Let's not sit here and pretend. But I feel like Wizard had a lot of fluff in the book that didn't really serve anybody. But what I like about this is that like, and you'll actually see it in this first issue especially. I'm an artist, so you know what I like to see? Art shit. So they had a really interesting little deal right here, where basically they teach you how to draw pouches. And they show you all the different ways how you can easily craft a pouch like from literally out of nothing, and show you all the different ways, like and not just like how to draw them, but like in a design standpoint, figure out like how they should be layered or like what looks good or pleasing to the eye, whatever the case. And then like aside from that, also really love this little thing right here, the Dollar Bin Kings. If you see right here, this is in the second one. This is Tony Fleeks and Tim Seeley, the Local Man team, with their with a segment in here. And I love to see shit like that. I love seeing the solicitations. I love seeing like, dude, I also I don't know what the model has anything to do with, but like seeing this right here, seeing the advertisement for like a shelf system for your long boxes, stuff like that. I love seeing shit like that. I love seeing a magazine that does that. I love seeing that they advertise, advertising some of these art books, like this one right here. There's a Mike Del Mundo art book advertisement in here, stuff like that. I was talking about the art school thing they had in the first issue. They have another one right here. It says, how to make blood splatter. It's a whole thing where like, it's kind of running you through like the process of how you would go about doing that, and showing you some different ways, like using pens and brushes, how to do it, like some techniques that, maybe you wouldn't think about. Also, you get to see a little chew. You get to see a little chew in your books. For those that are familiar with the Layman and Guillory series of the same name. Also, I love that they brought back the rankings. I will say these rankings though are kind of diabolical because it's mostly just the most famous. It's like, I will say this is one thing I don't like about the book, and this is a criticism. Y'all can take it or leave it. Whoever is the team behind this, but I don't want to sound like a Spike Lee movie character, but man, I don't see no brothers on this wall. I'm just saying, man. I feel like there's some very talented non-white people who get left out of this list. I feel like it's just everybody's favorites. Like, and that's fine. That's obviously a thing. But it's like, it's some of these people I see on here, and I'm like, okay, I guess. I mean, if y'all say so. But like, yeah, it is what it is there. But yeah, they have like a little breakdown, top 10 cover artists, interior artists, writers, so on and so forth. Also, Kelly Thompson being number 10 on top 10 writers, that is diabolical. She should be way higher than that, but yeah, that's another story altogether. I don't see no Gale on here. That is diabolical. Also, man, I love Al Ewing, but right now, I don't think I would have Al Ewing at number 8 right now. I don't think I'd have Al Ewing at the 8 spot. I don't think I'd have Al at the 8 spot right now, top 10 writers, because Al kind of struggling right now. He juggling some books, and only one of them is really like hitting like that. I love Al. This is coming from a place of love. Also, I think Dan Moore deserves to be number 1 on the cover arts. David Nakayama should be higher too. I think David Nakayama should be higher, but that's another story altogether. Anyway, I say all that to say that also, man, ooh, see, this is the other part here. See, now it's gonna really sound like I'm shitting on the book. Now I don't want to sound like that. But like, I'm looking at the top 10 publishers. Why is Marvel number 2? Why is Marvel number 2? They should be much lower. Marvel, like, so right now they got the top 10 publishers. This is for this month's edition. So they got DC at number 1, which whatever. I would have made them.
Okay,
I think
that's okay. Pause right there. That's gross. And the reason I say that's gross is because you have the big 2 as number 1 and number 2. That's nasty.
It's diabolical. It's diabolical because I'm gonna go to right now. Okay, if you want to talk about sales numbers, okay. Here
you go. This is where I'm really gonna say something.
What's number 3? Ahead.
if you say 3 is Image, I'm gonna scream.
I'm just gonna tell you right now. Go ahead, scream, Pip. Go ahead, scream. Go ahead, scream. Scream, nigga, scream.
How many times have we said it's not really a big 2? It's a big 3.
It's a big 3.
Image on there, and then y'all put DC Marvel Image. Y'all,
oh no, oh, ooh.
Y'all
actually, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I just found something even more diabolical. So the first issue, top 10 publishers were in this order: Marvel Comics, DC Comics, Image Comics, IDW, Dynamite, Boom, Titan, Keen Spot, Dark Horse, and Mad Cave. Now,
wait.
Yeah.
So number one, I do want to big up Mad Cave for the book I wanted to talk about this week, Florida Hippopotamus Cocaine Master. Shout out to Mad Cave. But was IDW? Hold on, you said that's issue 1. See, now I got to look.
It's in the very back. It's like one of the last 2 or 3 pages.
You said okay, top 10 publishers. They have IDW at number 4 and Dynamite at number 5. I'm gonna need you to flip them big time. I'm gonna need you to
flip them.
I'm gonna need you to flip it. I'm gonna need you to flip that. Okay. To be completely honest,
Mad Cave should be higher. I think Mad Cave should be much higher than 10. I'm sorry.
Dog, I'm gonna tell you like this. We need to go ahead. You know what? We ain't even got to flip them. You know what we can do? You take Boom at number 6, and then you swap it with IDW at number 4.
Yeah.
Then I would take Boom and then Dynamite, or Dynamite and then at number 4, and then Boom at number 5. But IDW at 4 last.
Yeah, I mean, it. Don't get me wrong. I'm okay. You know how I said that there's some writers and artists and you looking at top 10s too. So you probably look at some of them and tell me that some of them ain't on there just because, like, because
top 10 titles.
No. Talking about the top 10, actually, some of them are just on there just because too. But I'm talking about like the artists and the writers, like cover artists and shit. Like some of them, like, don't get me wrong, a lot of them deserve to be on here, but there's some that are as high as they are because, like, let's be real, man. It's because of who they are as opposed to the output of work in some cases. I think. But I will say I do appreciate that there is a email that we can write to dispute this. I feel like though I don't have to write into that email because I have a feeling that at least somebody who works on this book is probably going to see what we just said.
You know what? Okay. Here's my one comment. Here's my one comment. While I thank Sky High Grad for gifting 5 Blerd Without Fear gift membership.
Why is Jordy Belair only 6?
Why is John Romita Jr. on this list? Why is John Romita Jr. Okay, I'm trying not to be mean. But
also, this image is diabolical. I like. Oh wait, no, I got to show this. No, wait a minute. Bro,
you got to do the double. Hold on. Hold on. Look at this John Romita Jr. Look at that.
Wait. Who voted for this?
You have him over Pepe Larraz.
That is diabolical, bro. What is stop.
Okay.
Stop. I'm sorry.
Everything that we're saying right now is why they need to keep it just like this, because it's a conversation starter.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm on issue 1 because that's all I have. Top 10 publishers.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Number 7 is Titan. Shout out to Conan. But number 8 is Keen Spot / X Posse Holdings. I'm finna say this in the most urban way, country way. Keen Spot X Posse Holdings.
I don't get it.
Who that is?
I was gonna ask the same question. I was like, wait a minute.
To be ranked over Dark Horse. Now, I will say this does make me want to look up this imprint to see what kind of books they put out.
So I just
who that is?
So I just pulled them up. So basically, they do. Did you ever read like Otter Squad or like
Ernie What
Yeah,
the hell is
exactly.
Otter
Okay, there you go. There you go. That honestly, okay. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a whole. Fuck yeah. Fuck a band. Fuck a stack. I'm gonna keep it a whole omnibus with y'all. I'm gonna keep it a whole omnibus with y'all. I don't read any of these. I'm not saying that invalidates anybody's choices. The only thing I really know is that I have heard vague things about Otter Squad. Here, let me just, let me not bullshit. Let me just pull this up so y'all can kind of see what it is I'm talking about. But like, basically, you know all those Mark Spears, like monster variants that we usually see floating around? Like, I like Mark Spears. Mark Spears is money. You know, so I won't disparage the good name of Mark Spears unless I'm given reason to do so otherwise. But I have never clapped eyes on any of this stuff the same way that I have Mad Cave, and I find it diabolical that Mad Cave is as low as it is, because Mad Cave is constantly outputting all kinds of like really dope shit. Not to say this shit ain't dope either, but it's just I have a lot of questions. Because I'm also gonna say they didn't show. Okay, so here let me take this down. They didn't show. So you don't have issue 2, right? So
No, I don't.
So Keen Spot does not show up in the rankings in issue 2. So and Mad Cave is at number 9. It's ahead of Bad Eye. So okay, here. Let's get on issue 2. Let's current.
Let's get to number 2. Let's get to number 2.
Yeah.
Let's get to number 2.
So
I need you. Okay, and then look, and now Jay Penumbra's ass is in here. We keeping it a whole omnibus now. Don't try to take the Blerd Cave phrases, okay? Just do like Superboy Prime. Blerd, please just keep it. Like
we can keep it 100. We'll keep it 100.
Keep it 100.
Keep it 100.
What's top 10 this month? Keep it 100.
So the rankings
big three
are
is top 3. Okay,
yes, top 3 is
let's
DC.
go from 4 down.
Yeah, so it's IDW again in number 4.
Okay.
Dynamite still at number 5, which I'm not gonna lie, I agree that needs to be flipped. I think Dark Horse should be up higher as well. Boom is number 7. I'm like, bro, how is Boom number 7?
That's too low.
In this economy?
Boom at 7 is too low. Boom
in
at
this
7
economy?
Is way too low.
We doing Boom like this? Nigga? Okay, all right, y'all. All right. Titan is at number 8, which I think. Where were they on the? Let me pull this back. Where were they? Titan.
I think they were.
Yeah,
7.
Titan was number 7. So Titan fell, so Boom could rise. Which also, I want to say, Boom was actually higher in the first issue. It was number 6. So like I'm saying, man, Boom. Why are y'all doing Boom like this? Anyway,
you know, okay. I think I know why. IDW is as high as it is.
It's beneath the trees. Oh yeah.
Spoilers. I don't think it's beneath the trees.
Oh, what do you think it is?
No, I think it's the turtles, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Oh,
you see that? Okay, again, spoilers for anyone that don't know. Y'all have seen after Jason Aaron and Juan Ferreira left, there was this new enemy that was going to be going toe to toe with the turtles. We saw this new enemy. I can't remember his name. I think it was like Ujigami or something like that. Right?
Yeah. Something along those lines.
Okay. Ujigami, and shout out to Dan Explains for spoiling the fuck out of this for me. Appreciate you, big dog. Ujigami, this new enemy, it's Splinter.
Yeah.
Splinter is back and is now being referred to as like, now he's kind of turning into like the Punisher. He's got an edge. He traveled through time. So now he's just killing anyone who could have been responsible for killing his boys from the future that he from. So I think it's just because somebody's a real big fan of them turtles and they like seeing Splinter with the turtle just trying to slaughter people. Not me though, because he tried to come after my boy, Casey Jones. That is the coldest white man in comic book everdom. Okay.
And so, they said, y'all gonna leave Elias Cote alone.
I think it's because of them turtles, but no. IDW, you need to bring that down 2 spots. Somebody over there needs to bring it. We gotta bring them down to 2.
I'm not gonna hold you. This Oh, that's what I was gonna tell you. So Titan is number 8, right? I said they number 8. Matt Cave is number 9. Guess who's number 10?
Who's number 10?
Bad Idea. Bad Idea Comics.
Is this a way for them to be like, why is this ranked on this list? Who the fuck is this? And then you go and buy their books and be like, oh, their books aren't that bad. Okay.
I mean,
I feel like this is a way to goad the motherfuckers into trying to look to see who these publishers and these imprints are. Dip your toe in the water of trying to see if these books are good or not.
It is 100%. I'm almost 100%.
I'm not mad at it, but at the same time, you know what?
That's
a very good question. That's a very good question. Where is AWA? Where is AWA?
They are not on this list at all. Which I find diabolical because AWA has some heat. Okay, I'll say this. AWA doesn't put out okay, so we had They Choose Violence. That was really big for them last year. And this year because of the trade. Getting nominated for NAACP Image Awards and and all kinds of stuff. Which I don't know if I can't remember if they actually won or not. But that's neither here nor there.
Again, X1. Whose man was making this list? I'm not mad at the list because the list makes shit like this happen. It's a good conversation starter.
It's a good highlight.
I'm gonna keep it A1 with you. No Top Cow. People don't give a fuck about Top Cow, just like somebody else in the chat asked about Valiant. Nobody care about Top Cow. I'm sorry. I know you are feeling for Jackie Estacado. Don't nobody give a fuck about that boy over there, dog.
Jackie.
I'm sorry. I will stream The Darkness 2 for you today, big dog.
I love me some Darkness 2.
Don't make a fuck about Top Cow.
Man, you know what? Man, that sounds so... Man, I don't even want to say this now because you just said that. But no. Top Cow, right now, the main thing they have is Witchblade and The Darkness. And those, I think the Witchblade just hit issue 19 or almost 19 or some shit now. Darkness, I think, is about to hit its first trade if it hasn't already. And while I've been kind of kind of poking my head in, I haven't been ooh, let me get in on this, let me get back on this. I've been kind of poking my head and being like, okay, all right. But while I'm it just for me. And I've already disqualified myself from the Top Cow contest that's going on. I've already disqualified myself. But they have an artist search contest going on right now, and I thought about entering it, but I'm just gonna go quietly disqualify myself from that right now. I will say though, I do like the conversations these start. Now I will say, man, one thing I don't like about these, because I'm looking at the top 10 titles, and man, I'm not gonna hold you. I think somebody needs to limit the number of absolute titles that could be in the top 10 power rankings, because it's like absolute Batman, absolute Wonder Woman, absolute Superman, absolute Batman Arkham, and it's amazing. First off, Amazing Spider-Man is way too high. You need to take that down. Amazing Spider-Man don't need to be that high up. DC KO, take it off the list. Absolute Martian Manhunter, absolute Flash, and then first off, why is Transformers so low? Why Transformers so low? Also, where's Thundercats? Where's Green Lantern Corps? Where's Green Lantern Corps? It's the best Green Lantern Corps that's ever been written, at least recent memory. Why are we not talking about Green Lantern Corps? Also, I do find it noticeable that of all the absolute titles, Absolute Green Lantern is not on here. It's the only absolute title that is not on here. And
I knew somebody was gonna say it because you said Thundercats, and then I see Space Ghost. I'm like,
I don't see Space Ghost.
Space Ghost, yeah.
I don't see what was I don't see no Kill All Immortals. I don't see no Kill All Immortals on here.
Well, okay. Pause. I know that one was for me, and I appreciate you.
No, I like Kill All Immortals.
But that book been coming. It's been a slow ride.
Okay,
Number
that's
two.
fair.
Number two. The issues haven't really been consistently coming out.
Oh, okay. All right. That's fair.
Is this on issue 2 or maybe 3?
I thought it was on 3. Also,
maybe?
I'm gonna tell you what shocks me.
Yeah.
I'm shocked that Poison Ivy didn't make this list. Like, you got all these, like, okay, look, I know everybody loves the Absolute Universe. You're never going to beat the Absolute Universe. That man hit me with the candy man. He was
I had to let the coffee, because you made me burn the hell out of myself with that coffee. Listen. It's not that, and I feel like, because I am someone who enjoys 1 or 2 books, really like 3, 4, maybe. Because I am someone who enjoys the books in the Absolute Universe, I can say with 1000% certainty, and I know I'm finna get a lot of heat for this one. So please, YouTube comments, I'm here. Just put it down there. It's not that people like the Absolute Universe. It's people like Absolute Batman.
Yeah.
Because let's keep it a stack. Because, and this is your fault, because you say you just read this one shot. You told me this yesterday. Since you brought up Poison Ivy, you can go ahead and uproot Absolute Superman up off that list and put Poison Ivy right there. Because I don't hear nobody talking about Absolute Superman like that, dog. I'm gonna keep it.
Man, I ain't gonna hold you. I've fallen all the way. I told you, like, Absolute Superman was a book I kind of slick fell off of.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm all the way the fuck off that motherfucker. Like that motherfucker is in the rear view. Like that Absolute Superman is in the rear view mirror, chasing the car. Like old girl, was it Crystal in the Boondocks with high heels on, just chasing the car?
Absolute. I am a Jeff Lemire fan, and Absolute Flash is in my rear view, and I'm driving a Camry, and it's in my
Look, the fastest man alive in the Absolute Universe can't even keep up with a Camry. Lord have mercy. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is too much Absolute glazing. In my opinion, I'm also, can I just say, I think that Dennis Camp was listed as the #1 writer in the first issue, and Dennis has now fallen to number 6. Okay, I kind of right. Okay, I'm not bullshitting here. So first,
I'm not mad though, because
I'm not mad.
You know why? And see, this is gonna end up being like a segment on the cave. Now,
we might have to. We're gonna have to look at the rankings. We're gonna have to look at the rankings.
Okay, J per number. That's a hell of a drop. You want to know why? Okay, I'll tell you, audience. You said he was #1 the first month, right?
Yeah, he was #1.
Dennis Camp. You know why?
Why?
Because I guarantee you, the only thing that had been out was Ultimates and Absolute Martian Manhunter. So yeah, you goddamn right. He is one of them top dogs. And then Ultimate Endgame came out. And you had Ultimates, you had Absolute Martian Manhunter, you got Assorted Crisis Events, and then you got issue 2 of Comics the Magazine coming out. And now what we get Ultimate Endgame, and they Charlie Horse the fuck out of his name.
They sure did. Lord have mercy.
Women won't know this, but men, goofy ass men will. You remember when you were in school and people used to give you frogs? Do you know what that means?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Get the knock them.
Yeah. Get that. Just
right there. Somebody gave Dennis that Ultimate Endgame came out and gave him a frog right on his funny bone. Wow, Jesus. That's what that was. That was Absolute Endgame right there.
Oh my God! Remember how we saw John Romita Jr.? They had that ugly ass Peter Parker picture.
Yeah.
They changed it. Now they just got this little. They got that right there. Now they said no. We ain't put it.
Wait. He moved up.
Yeah, he went up.
But Pepe Larraz. Wait, who is that? Oh, so they just put that pic. Why is John Romita Jr. Why y'all saying that he better than Pepe Larraz? That is
wait, but also we ain't putting no actual art up to stand up business.
They know better now.
Also, I just want to point out Juan Ferreira Just a little low. Also, why is Dan Mora as low as he is? Because
You know what? I will actually disagree with you on that one.
Yeah. What you think? What do you think?
When it comes to Juan Ferreira, all we did was praise those 12 issues of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because they were fantastic. I loved his Turtles. I loved his Punisher, the King in Black Thunderbolts tie-in, but I don't know. I almost feel like he was kind of handcuffed because I don't think that Absolute Superman arc he did really showed all of the talents that we saw in that Turtles book.
No, I would agree. I'm inclined to agree because
so I can see why he would be that low right there because I've seen better Juan Ferreira than that Absolute Superman book. That made me want to pick up that Absolute Superman book just to see what kind of wild shit that he would put in a main, like in a DC book. And and this is gonna sound so bad and I do apologize in advance, but it was your bog standard like comic book art. It really didn't just go all out like we've seen Juan Ferreira do. So no, I can see why he would be that low. I can see why he would be that low.
Also, this is the funny thing. So basically what this is, the overall is the pull box power rank. So basically what it says down here, it says pull box power rankings are based on pre-order subscription data from over 80,000 consumers across more than 600 comic shops. This ranking is compiled from single issue comic sales data gathered by Prana Direct Market Solutions using point of sale information provided through the Managed Comics and Comic Shop assisted POS systems. So basically, the sales are why these things are the way that they are, but I'm not going to hold you. I don't know. I feel like, you know what? Here's what I would do if I were them, because I don't know. Okay, so this gets to the part that where I have no complaints.
Okay.
I like that they have this section in here, like the comic picks, where like they have like our top pick, and then they have another one that'll be in here. That'll be it might be, is it on different? Oh no, yeah, yeah, here it is. It's just in the lower section. So like they'll have like their top picks, and they'll have like other books that like you could check out, like in April or whatever. But they'll also have like an unbiased what they say, or no, not unbiased. They have what they call like an ultra biased pick. Like something like which I thought was cool. And and the thing they actually recommended in this issue was Corpse Night, which is a book that I had put on my pull list just based on like the cover art and like what I had kind of read about it and like solicits and previews. But also, why the fuck is Rob Liefeld why that on there? Get this off here. We don't fuck with Rob Liefeld like that.
He's the goot. He is the goot.
Sure. He's the goof is what he is. But no, I will say I do like this part of it. I like the fact that they put up like a Bizarro year one. I was like that's a nice little thing to kind of talk about. And they got Thundercats Silverhawks on here like as well, and they got Marvel DC the Spider-Man Superman join and some other stuff. Here's the thing. Also, and while I'm not really like a collector or speculator or anything like that, I do appreciate this little section back here in the back, short box, yeah, like where basically you can kind of go through and see like what are like the hot comics, what they're worth, like at what grade, or really it's really only like at 9.8s. Don't look for anything lower than like maybe, I think the lowest I see on here is like a 9.6.
Yeah.
So basically, we're talking like near mint condition comics. So yeah, I think I see 9.6 like I think 4, maybe 5 times on this list. But like basically telling you what these books are worth. Dude, did you know that Batman The Dark Knight Returns #1 is worth was this $716? Jesus Christ. Damn. And for whatever reason, Lobo oh wait, no, I thought they were talking about like the new Lobo, like they're talking about the old Lobo. They're talking about old Lobo #1. That's like 168. And then guess how much Absolute Batman #1 is worth?
How much is that?
$354.
Man, those are those dork prices.
Man, right? Like, god damn, man. Like I didn't know we was out here like this. God damn.
All right, brother.
Oh, and Doom #1 from 2024. The Sanford Green joint. Guess how much that's worth?
How much?
117.
We really need to. I've been seeing him post his covers for certain books on Instagram a lot recently, and maybe this is just me being weird, but because he did Doom, there was I think there was like a DC KO variant that he did with Darkseid, and I think that would be really cool if he just did like the one shot for Doom and then he does a one shot for Darkseid. What if he just became like that guy to like do these one shots that he write and draws of like top tier villains or some shit? You know what I mean? I think that would be cool. I think that would be dope.
Yeah, no, I would be very on board for that. Like it's, I mean, that would be money.
He did Doom, then he could do it like a Darkseid is. That would be kind of killer. That would be killer. But all in all, ladies and gentlemen, Comics the Magazine, we enjoyed it.
Yes.
We've loved the back and forth that we've had today. That was pretty hilarious. I cannot wait until next month so we can see what other hogwash and kung fu treachery they're gonna put in this book. But yeah, honestly, this was that's a fun thing for only $2.99. Yeah, I don't mind. I don't mind shooting the shit like this for $3. That ain't
that's. I mean, honestly, that was easy money. That was easy money right there. I had fun with it. I don't know about anybody else, but
I think
outside of myself and Carter, but
shout out to the director of Hand himself, Gillismo, with the 1999. He said, agreed, Nora worked with limiters. If he had full control, it would have been something special. Do you mean Juan Ferreira? Is that who you mean? I don't know who Nora is.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, because I was literally saying, I was thinking like,
did spell check get your ass? I feel like spell check got you.
I mean, maybe.
Oh, Mora?
Dan Mora. Yes. Okay. Yeah. No. 100%. I do agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You said Alessandro Capuccio is currently your favorite artist. Alessandro Capuccio is the only reason a lot of motherfuckers are buying Ultimate Wolverine. So,
I mean, not wrong. Because it's Gil say he said spell check got me. That's okay, because you know what? Because you know what else gonna get you, Gil, is that 1999 super chat. You see, you thought I wasn't gonna get it. You thought. See, I got you.
Now, before we started, you said you were going. You said you were going to say something to me. But you said you were going to wait for the show.
Two things, actually. I want to show something off. So first and foremost, it has arrived. Some of you follow me on Threads. You already know this.
You want to give yourself the one for this one?
Yeah. I'm gonna give myself the one. Let's. I want y'all to see pure majesty right here.
Back up, man. Back up. We need to see all of it. Back up.
Yeah, here you go. Yeah, look at that. Look at that right there. Look at that. That's that Bill Sienkiewicz right there. Y'all know nothing about that. Look at that. Woo! Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That is getting framed. Please believe that. That's getting framed. There we go. I'm gonna put that over there for right now. We got that. It should have been me. It should have been me.
Ooh, that's a better question. Does this mean that the Milestone Museum is complete?
No, we're not done yet.
Oh, okay.
So I have a couple of key issues coming from Milestone. First appearance of Technique is on the way. First appearance of Death Wish is on the way. That's actually Hardware number 9 and 5 respectively.
Yeah.
Or was it 4? It doesn't matter. But just know they're the first appearances. I also got Zombie number 0 and number 1 on the way, and I got Cobalt number 1 on the way.
I just saw a very good question.
What's that?
Where are you gonna find a wall to put that fucking thing?
It is
been
huge.
in that room. Where are you gonna put that ball?
It is huge. So so basically what's gonna have to happen is I actually do have a wall up there, but see the problem is I really want to put it somewhere where it can be seen.
Mm-hmm.
I would like we're seeing because technically, okay, so here's the deal. In front of me is a ton of wall space that is not used for really anything except for like I have like you just kind of give you an idea. I have like a portrait or not portrait, but like it's like a couple of this is something my wife and kid got for me like years ago, like to put a timestamp on it from back when like God, I think Circe was like not even a whole 5 years old. But Cynthia and Circe got me this picture frame that says I love you 3000.
Mm-hmm.
And I have like pictures of, Cynthia and Circe like kind of, in that like ahead of me cuz keeps me locked in, keeps me with my eye on the prize. Yeah, and I have like some pictures that like Circe drew for me when they were like 3, 4, 5, 6 year, whatever. And stuff that Circe made like for me. That's what's on the wall. Like literally, if I look dead ahead, like right here, I'm looking at those things. But there's nothing else that's on the wall. Like there's like a whole ton of space where there's like nothing. And I actually thought about it. I've been kind of lazy about it. I'm actually going to move my desk around a little bit. I like having all this stuff behind me, but like there's also like other ways to have other shit behind me too. So I've actually been considering moving some stuff around so that I can put that up. Cause because basically that picture is like, it's 22 by 34. That poster is like 22 by 34. But yeah, it's good shit. It's good shit. But yeah, I got that. And there's probably a couple of other things I'm going to try and find. I'm actually going to try and find the Buck Wild issue. I want to find like the Buck, like I want to find Buck Wild and the death of Buck Wild. I want to find those and get those in my collection. But yeah, that's gonna be something interesting. You know what? A swivel desk would be awesome, but god damn, that sounds like that would be insane. It's crazy because there was one convention I came back with like a whole roll of posters. A whole roll of posters. It was diabolical. It was a lot. It was a whole lot.
You have something that several other people are jealous of you that they can't have it either. So you said two things. You did say two things. I want to know what that second thing was. But before you get to that, I want to ask you one quick question about that poster.
Oh, go ahead, shoot.
How many numbers was it? Was it 2 numbers? Was it 3 numbers? That face just told me the whole thing. So yeah, what's this second? What's the second thing you want?
It was 3. It was 3 numbers. It was 3 numbers. Oh yeah, Lord. That shit broke my heart too. It broke my heart. But I got mine for cheaper than what some other people I've seen have gotten theirs.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some people pay as much as like $300 and $400 for that poster. I paid like a little. I paid a little over $100, but I mean, thing is, it's in practically perfect condition.
Yeah,
and you're not gonna find those too often. So, But that's another story altogether. What I do want to say, before I bring up the next thing, I don't want to leave anybody. I don't want to leave anybody hanging. I know because we got Gearless, and we got Sky High Grad who hit us up. But we also got Fabric 86 with a $5.99 over on the Streamlabs side. And this I can't speak on yet, but you can. I'm probably gonna go do this tonight. Later on when I have like some free time, because I think the kid's gonna be going to go do something, and Cynthia went to like a women's retreat thing, so I kind of have the house to myself. But you were asked, we were asked, but it's really more for you. Says, hello, Ernie and Carter. If you saw They Will Kill You, what did you think? I'm seeing it again tonight. Hashtag Afro Samurai.
Yes, I saw it. I went and saw it. After we were done with the cave last week. Enjoyed the movie for what it was, and then the final boss fight happened at the end, and I have to give the whole movie a thumbs down for that.
Ooh. He's trying to talk around it for me, but like,
yeah,
because I'll put like this, just upper, like you said thumbs up, thumbs down.
Because of the ending, it's a thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Because of the final boss fight, it's a thumbs down. But
gotcha.
I say that in jest.
Okay.
I don't mean it seriously. It was a very fun movie. I had a real good time with it. I enjoyed the fact that the lady at the register didn't ring me up for my kettle corn and bunch of crunch, so I just walked the fuck off and went and finished the rest of the movie. I appreciate the strawberry frozen margarita I had when I was enjoying that movie. $9 for frozen margarita if you want Patron.
The fuck?
Yeah. That's how they get down up here. But no, it was a fun movie. It was a very fun movie. I don't know, but I've never actually like gone to see a movie numerous times in theaters. I've never actually done that.
I'm very selective with it. It has to be it has to be a baller ass movie.
So here's the thing with that. Fuck theater prices though. So when I went and saw it, for whatever reason, this theater, they were still doing the matinee prices. So I went in there so the movie was $12.50. The frozen margarita was $9. So I wasn't bad. I thought about they have this thing, it's called Reserve, to where you in the reclining chairs, you sitting high up, and they will bring your food and liquor to you, which is like, then the movie ticket by itself would have been $30 if I wanted to go up there. But when I saw that final boss fight, had I spent $30 for that, I would have been hot. You know what? Do it like this. So yes, I enjoyed it. I'm being funny when I give it a thumbs down. I actually really enjoyed the movie. Zazie Beetz did her thing. The one thing, it's funny because when I saw it, I was live texting Ernie.
Yeah, he was. He was telling me, because I was like, "Are you in the theater?" I was like, hold on.
So my biggest praise for that movie is that it gets right to it. Like, you get a little bit of backstory, it takes maybe 15-20 minutes. We get right to the ass women's and murderers and killings. So that was a good thing. They didn't beat around the bush or tiptoe their way to it. They got right to it. So I will always praise a movie when they do stuff like that. For anyone that wants to know why I gave it a thumbs down or what I mean about the final boss fight, if any of you remember what I have said about why I won't watch Demon Slayer, there you go. If you don't know what that means, too bad.
Yeah,
Too bad.
I get it.
Too bad. You don't know what I mean by that. That's what people on the Twitch side of things. You don't know what I mean by that. You don't know. That. See, look at all them.
Well, I thought it was maybe the.
I
thought it was. Well, see, no, I was thinking about the. I was thinking about the one dude that you don't like. There you go. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, that said, let's get into what we're here to talk about. Let's get into what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about a comic by what I say is one of my personal favorite creative
team.
Yeah, this is where we're talking about literally the two of the coldest motherfuckers in comic books. Let's just go ahead and call it what it is. This is a team that if you put this team up in any solicit, everybody has been put on notice. And that is Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. I'm sorry, it is what it is. There is no there is no question. Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips basically run the graphic novel game. I'm sorry.
I'm happy you said that. I'm happy you said that.
They run it.
If you've been reading comics and stuff like that for a minute, you know that both Marvel and DC have tried the graphic novel thing. They've tried the OGNs. There is a funny enough, Ernie, there is actually a Daredevil novel that came out this week or it's next week from Marvel, done by Tom Segura. So now they're trying to do novels again. But I bring that up because both Marvel and DC have tried to go the graphic novel route with middling success. It's really dependent on the creative team if they're even going to use it. I think out of all the graphic novels they've done, they've only really referenced two of them. One of them was Ultron with the Ultron face, Hank face.
Yeah, Kimtron.
They brought that up, but they more so kept it to those graphic novels. Spider-Man, Family Business, when all of a sudden Peter got a sister, and then they pocket sanded the hell out of you when it came to main continuity about what the hell that was. So they weren't really as successful because you're really risking doing a graphic novel as opposed to putting these books out weekly or monthly and stuff like that. And the fact that Ed Brubaker and them, this is just all they do now for the most part, and are extremely successful. We just gonna put, because so the one book I'm talking about right now is not The Fade Out, it's Reckless, which will probably be another one we're gonna talk about.
We'll talk about
but the fact that Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips can, you know what, since we're not doing issues anymore, we'll just put out we'll put out 3 graphic novels this year, and then you just straight.
Yeah.
Because they sell so crazy. Yeah. Because of the other graphic novels you've done. Nuts.
Well, I mean, what was it? Which book was it? I think it was in one of the last Reckless books.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you this. I normally don't read a lot of the hey, letters to the audience shit, because I'm like, yes, whatever. I don't care about that shit. But I like the back matter, but that's like one piece of back matter that I might read maybe if I really like you.
Yeah.
But when I was reading Reckless, I saw there was one, I think it was in the back of one of the last books. And it was basically talking about how, man, we pumped out XYZ number of graphic novels in a single year. So we're gonna.
I think it was 3 or 4.
Yeah, and I was like, bruh, bruh. And here's the thing: these aren't small books. Like these are if you okay, now they're released as graphic novels, so in a traditional sense, they're not released in single issues. So it's kind of difficult to quantify how many issues are in what. But Reckless, I could easily say it's a smooth 5-6 issues off top.
I think The Fade Out is a 12-issue book released as a graphic novel.
That's a smooth 12 off top for The Fade Out.
Let me just say this because I only brought up Marvel when it came to the graphic novel side of things, and they really weren't successful. DC has tried as well. Remember Earth One? Yeah, what happened with Earth One, big dog? Woo, woo, woo. So they have both tried it, and the reason I bring that up is because I see a comment here from Osiris saying the Big Two's graphic novels attempts always felt like it was an afterthought than something they were doing because they believed in it. The funny part is with the Marvel stuff, well, no, with both actually. I think there was some believability in there because you have the Jim Starlin Thanos stuff, which he was putting those out, and then just nobody did anything with them. With Earth One, they really believed in Earth One for a minute, and then just didn't no more. we walk into the we going to be hitting the showers. But Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips, this team knows they are a phenomenal team, and they just keep putting these bad boys out. But
the
fade out, Ernie. The fade out.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I kind of want to leave this to you because I want you to start this whole thing off because again, he said it at the start of the show. I had already read the fade out, and then Ernie came behind me after listening to me talk about it. So I really want you to lead with this, and then I'll come in if need be.
So, ooh, man, I'm gonna keep it a band with you. So, the fade out is okay. I saw some people bring up like LA Noir and stuff like that. Yeah, this is a noir comic. Like, don't get it twisted. The fade out is very much a noir story. So if noir is not your thing, I apologize ahead of time. I'm also going to tell you right now, this book is a love letter to old Hollywood, old motion pictures, old movies. Which, I mean, really, if you are familiar with Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips to any degree or another, you probably already expected that because they do this. Like, if you already read books like Criminal or Reckless, you kind of already know, especially Reckless. Reckless has a shit ton of movie references, but this is literally not just like like it's not like, oh, we're referencing old Hollywood, we're referencing the old movie industry. They've done stuff like that with Fatale too. This is actually about old Hollywood. This is actually about old Hollywood. Man, I'm blank because I always just refer to him as the problematic white man. But what was the main character? I keep forgetting the main character's name. But but no,
a nasty way to refer to that man. You're talking about
Charlie.
Charlie. Yeah.
See, I just call him the diabolical white man, and Carter can confirm this because every time when I was reading this book, I would be texting Carter as I was getting through it. I'd be like, this white man ain't shit. And here's the funny thing. I'm going to blow your minds. I know I used the thumbnail that I used because I basically took what was on the cover and kind of cut it out and pasted around. But I'm going to keep it. I'm going to be real with y'all. The motherfucker that's in the center is not the main character. At all. Like, not even close. Not even close. That's actually the one diabolical thing about this book. Because when I picked up the fade out, I was thinking like, oh, this dude's going to be the main guy.
Yeah.
Not the case. You know who the main... So here, I'm going to show you, like, real quick. Don't nobody who read this motherfucker say shit. Don't nobody who read this motherfucker say shit. I want y'all to see if y'all can pick out who in the background is the main character. Who in the background is the main character?
And yes, X1, this is a crime noir comic set in the 50s by Ed Brubaker. And so that's exactly what this is.
I see some people saying,
that boy said, I haven't read it yet, so I'm gonna say the car.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, it's this motherfucker right here. The motherfucker who looked like he a problem.
You know what? That's actually a good guess, though, Decadal. You know what? I will actually give you that one. I'm gonna guess Hollywoodland is the character. Yes, Hollywood is a character in and of itself in this story. I know that Ernie was saying like that the guy on the front was not the main person you're following. It's actually this brother right here, Charlie. Let me kill
Parrish.
Parrish.
Yeah, Charlie Parrish. Yeah.
Hollywood screenwriter. If you can pull it back out real quick. Here's one thing I want to say, and then I'm gonna let Ernie keep going. Even though the brother on the front is not the main character, every motherfucker on this cover has a part to play in this story. I'm only gonna say, so everyone has their part to play. I told you all a little bit about Charlie. He's a Hollywood screenwriter. And can you go over to the right real quick and zoom in on him real quick, real fast? Don't even say nothing. Go to the right over there. You know where I want you to go.
Talk about.
Okay. This motherfucker right here. Okay. Woo! For the rest of the show, we will refer to this man as Eve, and I guarantee you several people will understand the reference. This right here, this is evil Ray Donovan.
It is.
And I ain't saying nothing else.
That is
zoom it back out.
Yeah.
And now continue. But yeah, that is evil Ray Donovan.
Oh my God. Dude, that is because the whole time I just kept seeing Sabretooth. Whole time I was reading this book. I was like, man, why is Sabretooth out here acting a goddamn fool? But no, I'm not gonna hold you. He's the guy that, like, honestly, you're gonna hate to see him pop up, but when he does, you know the book about to get like real wild when he shows up. Okay, but yeah, to give you the story. So basically, this book follows Charlie, the man in the glasses. And basically what we're talking about is like we're talking like, obviously it takes place in the 50s. It's post World War II. World War II is also kind of a little bit of a character in this. Just based on some things related to the war and the fallout of how Jewish people were, I guess, viewed being in the industry. Now that said, Charlie is not a bad screenwriter. He's just a bad person. Let's just go ahead and get that out the way. I think he's a bad person, like 100% full stop.
Okay, you know what? Because that's how you feel about it. So yeah, what I sold Ernie on when it came to this book, I promise I'm gonna let him riff because I really want to hear how he feels about this book. Charlie. I don't feel like Charlie is a bad person. What I told Ernie was he's not. Well, let me not say bad. No, I don't think he is a. I don't think he is a horrible person, but he just is the slowest person you could possibly imagine.
You know what? I tell you what, I will give you that.
So lame, bro. Like you slow as hell, bro. Like, please,
no. I do agree. There are multiple moments where I was reading this and I was like, dude, this motherfucker, like, there's no fucking way I could be cool with this dude. Anyway, but no. So Charlie is working on a picture and he's kind of having some issues. Like the writing that he's doing. Once again, he's a competent writer, but he has a silent partner. A guy by the name of Gil. You can actually see Gil in the background right here. The guy that looks like someone just told him the ribs didn't run out at the cookout. Gil is the nicest, sweetest, most lovable little drunk of a man, and we don't deserve him. I'm just going to leave it at that. But these guys are partners. They work together. And it's kind of funny how this all plays out, because basically, without saying too much, Gil is blacklisted. I don't want to go into the full like why, because I feel like that is kind of baked into the narrative, and I think it's better you figure that out for yourself. But just know, Gil is blacklisted. He does not get work in Hollywood. Meanwhile, Charlie does, and Charlie is writing for this film, big picture. And Gil is basically kind of doing the heavy lifting. Now, to step out beyond that, what is the launching point for the book is a murder.
Like any true noir story.
Oh, yes.
Somebody caught it, which was the catalyst of everything else that's going on.
Yeah, somebody had to be laid down. And I'm honestly, I have to be real careful with what I show of this book, because this book, we told you it's a graphic novel. It's a graphic novel and all that entails, because at any moment you turn a page, you could just as easily be seeing someone getting some sloppy toppy to just as easily you being laid up dead. So I'm being very careful with what I show. But that said, don't be surprised if you see some wild shit when you're in this book.
No, okay. if seeing breasts is going to have you giggling and chuckling and snickering, the book ain't for you. If you are an adult, and I could say, and I mean this, if you're somebody who is not adult in age, but somebody who is grown up enough not to see that shit and then just be, I think you'll have a good time with the book. I do like how, because people keep bringing up movies and LA Confidential and stuff like that. I really liked how this book was structured, in the sense of, like, one of the first pages you see is you're introduced to everybody in this book. It's the cast of characters. And this is how the book is introducing you. So it's almost like a movie or like a play almost. And every time one thing happens, we have to go to the next scene. So it's structured in that same old school movie way, which is really well done. This was one of my first introductions to Sean Phillips as an artist.
Right.
So seeing this art, I'm wondering, I'm like, damn, why does he not do? I wouldn't mind seeing some of this on like some kind of like OG Cap book or Black Widow book. And I'm like, well, nah, they ain't finna do that. They getting too much fame and bread off these graphic novels. They ain't going back over there.
I was about to say, Marvel cannot afford Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips.
Not right now. They had him with Cap and apparently did not appreciate him. But you know what? Mike Manhattan, I'm surprised Steven Soderbergh or David Fincher ain't tried to adapt this. You might. So here's the thing. I think if we see how Criminal goes, I think people will start looking at Ed Brubaker's other stuff now. That could be adapted.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if Criminal does well, you will see Reckless. You will see The Fade Out. You might even fuck up and see Fatale get like, and Fatale is fucking weird. For what Ed and Sean normally do.
Okay. If you want to go back to, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, this right here. I was gonna I was kind of cherry picking some things, but this is basically the launching point.
Before you do that, can you go back to the cast of characters real quick? That first page, just so people have a general idea of what they can expect from this book. Real quick, you have. Did you have?
Here, I'll go.
There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
So, Charlie, that's our screenwriter. Earl Rath is an actor. That's why it says dashing leading man. We have Valeria Summers right there. We have evil Ray Donovan as the security chief, and basically he's the security of this movie studio. We have Gil right there, who Ernie was telling you about, was blacklisted. So basically, basically Charlie and Gil are so they're both screenwriting, and how Ernie said that Gil basically helps Charlie with the heavy lifting. It's one of those instances where I'm no longer invited to the party, but Ernie has a +1, so he makes me that +1. That's how they kind of operate right now with how Gil is able to live, because Gil is married and he has bills to pay just like everybody else does. So the way they found to kind of make sure that he's still kind of eating, that's how they do that, Charlie and Gil. Melba, that is Gil's wife. We also have Dottie down the bottom left. She's studio PR, as you can see. She's the one that Charlie will go to when it comes to the public relations with certain actors and actresses like Earl Rath. And then you have Tyler Graves and you have Franz Schmidt. Whatever you thinking,
I mean, like the fact that he has German expatriate under his name should tell you everything you need to know.
Okay, now Ernie, now right here, if you can go back up, you don't even have to show the rest of them. You can keep going with the story here, but you see that third on that top row, you see Valeria Summers. She actually, she's one of the ones that she's the catalyst for everything that's going on. Now you can show.
This is
right there, that's hilarious.
This is why she doesn't have much under her under her titles, because she literally gets clapped in the first couple. I think, matter of fact, I'm gonna keep it a whole band with you. She doesn't make it past page 8. She doesn't make it past page 8 of the book. Matter of fact, this is page 8 of the book. I mean, it's very early on. She's dead, and she is replaced. She is replaced by the woman who I had pulled up on this page right here. Maya Silver, who is the replacement blonde.
Replacement blonde is nuts.
That is diabolical.
You have to remember when this took place and how women are looked at as just that. So
just objects.
Dude,
100% objects. Now,
from I do want to stress this because I kept it on the nudity standpoint, but another thing you all have to remember about the story is if sex kind of makes you snicker, then the book probably ain't for you. If misogyny and racism is something where you kind of,
there's a lot of casual, but it's not mean. Well, it's not mean-spirited
depending on the character, because that's how that character is.
Right. And it's not mean-spirited from the creative team. They are literally just doing an accurate portrayal of what the 50s were like if you were either Black or Latino. Or Jewish, for that matter.
You know what? That's a good one. It's the time period properly
ripped. Yes,
better and for worse.
It's if you could sit through Django and all of the N-bombs that popped up in that movie, you'll be fine here because it's not that bad. But it is accurate because it shows just how casual it was. But I will say this though, and this is something that I think y'all and I find myself saying this twice this week for two different things. I know some of y'all see Jack Flapjack Jones on here. Do not expect to see a lot of him. Not because of anything nefarious, but just because, as we are talking about the representation here, he's not a major factor. Just in terms of,
one-time child star,
right?
So you can only go off on that child star. Ain't nobody talking about Aaron Carter like that now. Ain't nobody talking about Jonathan Taylor Thomas right now, bro. Dude. Ain't nobody talking about the cast of Three Ninjas in 2026. So you hold on to that celebrity as much as you can. Jack is not really in the story as much, but they're just giving you a general idea. And it's just, you can't really talk about the other characters when you have Man Bat on top right of the corner of the screen.
I must say, so Al Camp is something, and that's all I'm gonna say. He is the most unusual looking person in the whole thing, but I mean, he is also kind of accurately portray. There's a lot to his character that you kind of find like it all unravels as the story goes, but he is a central figure. Clark Gable is around. And you also see some of these other people that pop in here, Armando Lopez and
you don't even have to stick on the characters like that. Just to go back to what Ernie was saying prior, the book starts with I saw somebody's comment about Charlie. The book starts with the death of Valeria Summers. You don't know how it happened. We don't know what's going on. We just know that Charlie wakes up in a bathtub from one of them Hollywood parties. From I'm not going. I almost said his name. But it was one of them Hollywood parties. He just wake up in a bathtub, drunk out of his mind, don't know what the hell going on, and now you just got this dead white woman in the living room.
Yeah, and it's smash cut away from that. You eventually okay. So this is a murder mystery, but here's the trick with this murder mystery. Every good murder mystery, because I mean, you can have a murder mystery. Murder mysteries are fine. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with them, but I think like every good murder mystery, there is something about it that's going to make the mystery that much harder to solve. And that is the case with Charlie, because once again, Charlie's our main character. Charlie has a problem. Carter already kind of pointed to it. The fact that like Charlie wakes up in a bathtub and doesn't have a fucking clue what happened, how he got there, what the fuck is going on. The reality is Charlie suffers from like blackouts, basically. Like he has like it's a
50s, so the cocaine and the Everclear was
it was popping. It was popping. I'm just saying. I'm just saying it was popping. But no, the rub here is that not only does that happen, he has a very difficult time remembering anything that ever happens. So while Charlie is trying to get to the bottom of what happened, to Valeria Summers, he ultimately has difficulty doing this because he can't really remember any faces.
There you go, Mike Manhattan and the opium. The boy had the Everclear and he was chasing the dragon. That boy was looking like Johnny Depp from hell.
It's like he sees, like when he tries to remember the faces of people, things that happen, from his blackouts. This is the type of shit that he remembers. He can't see their faces. He doesn't know. Like, all he knows is he woke up in the same room with a dead woman. That's all he knows. And he has to try and get to the bottom of this. And meanwhile, while he is doing that, the studio is making some very weird moves. We already kind of mentioned our evil Ray Donovan. Our evil Ray Donovan in the story. Brodsky, who, I'm not gonna lie, might be my favorite character out the whole book. Like, he might be my favorite character of the whole book. And not because I think he's a good person. It's just because he is the realest motherfucker in the book. Like here, I just want to show you this one exchange. Like, this is a moment where he is sitting down and talking to Charlie about this is still early in the book. But he says, so the official story is going to be that Val was not at Earl's place last night. And he's like, well, okay, but I don't see how that makes a difference. He says, just do as you're told, kid. Let me worry about keeping the studio clean. He said, you want to help? He said, you can tell me who else saw her there. Like that's the type of dude, like, so when Carter said this is just evil Ray Donovan, it's evil Ray Donovan. Just
He's studio security, but as Mike Manhattan said, he's like
the Hollywood fixer.
He's the studio fixer.
Yeah,
he's the studio fixer. Yeah.
Because he said also looks a lot like Tracy Lawless most of the time. But there's sometimes that motherfucker just looks straight up like the goddamn devil himself. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about the story though that I really love is that every good film noir you have to have something very specific. There's one specific thing that you have to have. If you don't have it, are you really making film noir? That's the question. And basically, what we're going to have, and you probably saw it on the cover, already, but you got to have a femme fatale. You gotta have a femme fatale. There's no noir without a femme fatale. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, we said the replacement blonde. If you guessed that was the femme fatale, you are correct. You are 110 million% correct. And yes, Maya Silver, basically, I don't want to say too much about her because there's some stuff going on with her story that like you don't find out till towards the end, but just know that she walked into this role. She doesn't, the way that it's kind of stated like by various characters, that she's not even really.
I wouldn't even say that part. I wouldn't even say that part.
You know what?
You know what? Let's do it like this. Let's do it like
Yeah.
this. Let's do it like this. When it comes to her, as you saw at the beginning, it starts with a murder. Valeria Summers is dead, and Charlie is a screenwriter for this film that Val was in, and like you saw with Eva Ray Donovan, he just wants to know, was anyone there when you saw it? Let me handle it. You just get back to writing this goddamn movie. This young lady right here is replacing the dead woman in this film, right?
And they're having to redo all of Valeria's scenes. They're having to go back and like do over and
so
there's
really
some changes, all that shit.
I think that's the best thing you could say around that character. Like she's literally the replacement blonde, and there's other stuff going on with her as well. But please,
a lot, and then like we kind of alluded to it with some of the other characters, but there are because this is old Hollywood, there's fuck shit going on. There is like every terrible thing you've ever heard about old Hollywood, you're probably going to see it pop up in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And the thing that makes it all that much more interesting is that because Maya is the femme fatale of the story, you probably will not be surprised when you find out that her and Charlie wind up getting roped into one another. And it's not going to be good for any and all parties involved. It probably will not surprise you that there are some characters on there that are misrepresenting themselves. It's probably not going to surprise you that I saw someone mention, like wondering why Gil was blacklisted. I saw someone bring up the whole Bachelor aspect of it, like the Quotey Fingers Bachelor. That does come up, but not in regards to Gil.
The only thing you know about Gil is that the marriage is kind of strained, not because he's some kind of asshole. It's just because he's addicted to the drink. He's addicted to the drink because of everything that is going on with him. You know, he hates the fact that he has to go to his boy. He got to go to Charlie and work in the shadows just to make a somewhat honest living. And you're trying to make it home to the wife and the kids, but you got all this stuff going on in your mind. And you want to go to your boy to confide in him, but your boy can't really deal with it right now because he has a movie he has to finish, as well as trying to figure out why he woke up in the same house as a dead woman. So there's a lot going on with these characters where you're trying to figure out, and it's kind of okay. Here's the thing. It's gonna be kind of fucked up on your part. And what I mean by that is when you all are reading this story, because of everything that's going on with these characters, it's going to hit a point where you don't give two fucks why this girl is dead. So it's a horrible feeling but that's only because there's so much going on. And just like with the story, these characters got all this different stuff going on to where you forget that all this is because you're trying to figure out who killed this woman and why you woke up here, because you got so much other shit on your plate, and that's for everybody involved. So
because I mean, you got a corrupt studio head, you got a director that's constantly up Charlie's ass about rewrites. You got the whole Maya Silver thing going on. There's the whole deal. What was the boy's name? The heartthrob. There's a whole thing that's going. There's a whole subplot going on with him. There's a whole subplot going on with him. There's a lot. Like, this book has a lot of spinning plates. And sometimes it's easy to forget, like, oh, this was a thing. But one thing I will definitely tell you, one thing that will be the constant in all of this is that the studio ain't shit. The studio is every bit as much the villain as any of the individual people who are part of the plot. And really, it's Hollywood as a whole also the villain. But basically, this is a case study in what happens when powerful people get too brazen with the power, or when accountability is not realistically obtained. Man, like I said, I would love to say more, but honestly, here's one thing I will tell you. Here's one thing I will tell you, though, in regards to the story. And one thing that will probably have you lean back in your chair is when you turn that last page. When you turn that last page, because when I turned it, I immediately texted Carter, was like, nigga. I was like, come on, man. Come on, bro. What are we doing? But wait a minute. So if you had to rank, here we go here, dude. So if you had to rank shit characters from Brubaker Phillips comics, what would be your top 5? Man, I'm gonna go to right now. Teague Lawless is always gonna be number 1. Teague Lawless always gonna be at the top. Because Teague Lawless ain't shit. And if any of y'all who have not read Criminal, go read Criminal, come back and tell me what you think about Teague Lawless. If you have read Criminal, you already know what I'm talking about. And if you're waiting for the TV show, bruh, I forget who they got to play Teague Lawless on the show, or if they even cast anybody for Teague yet. But whoever that is, they got their work cut out for him. They got their work cut out for him. Let's see here.
Eric Hedlund.
Oh Lord, yeah. Oh wait. That's who they got playing Teague. Lord have
Tron Legacy and Four Brothers. Okay. Yeah, I do know. Okay.
I can see that shit. I will say, though, them having Dracula Untold as Tracy Lawless, that's gonna be interesting to see. They gonna have Dracula Untold out here as it's Tracy Lawless. Lord have mercy. But no, like I said, that Teague is always gonna be, like, honestly, you can make Teague 1 through 5 if I'm being real with you. Maybe 5 could be what was the boy's name? Lord, not Tracy, but the Ricky. Ricky Lawless ain't shit either. Ricky Lawless ain't worth Ricky Lawless ain't worth Ricky Lawless ain't worth 2 dead flies side by side. Okay. Yeah. But Teague is infinitely worse. But I will definitely say, Charlie ain't as diabolical as some of the other characters you would be more likely to see in Criminal.
Yeah.
But God damn it, he it ain't for lack of trying. It is not for
no,
lack
no,
of
no, no,
trying.
no, no, Osiris. It was not there is no way, shape, no. It was not a mist. It was not an ending like The Mist. No,
not like that. No, I just mean like based on everything you witness happen throughout the story, the way that it ends, it's not like a bad ending. It's just like the ending is a you're gonna feel
yuck.
Yeah, you're gonna feel gross. Yes, that's it. You're gonna feel fucking gross by the time you get to the end of this book. Like, and I don't mean like it's not a bad thing either. It's just that like when you get to the end of the book, you're gonna be like, bruh. Oh,
yeah, nothing graphic or anything like that. But it's just like yuck.
The ending makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. The ending makes complete and total sense. Don't think that it doesn't. But just I like if you're the type of person that like especially when you're following a less than perfect protagonist. Yeah, just know that the less than perfect protagonist is going to be less than perfecting.
If you like film noir, the crime noir stories, if you like, I see people kept bringing up LA Noir. People brought up LA Confidential. Mad Men is a good one. Yeah, because it's a lot of characters that are on that's on that Don Draper time for better and for worse.
And for worse,
a lot more worse. A lot more worse.
Yes.
But yeah, dude, if it's you wanting to get away from like the capes and power stuff for me, and because here's the thing with a lot of you guys, Boardwalk Empire would be a good example as well.
Up to a point.
I'd say LA Confidential and Mad Men more than Boardwalk. But
this is like a class. Oh, whoever's seen, is anyone in this chat seen? Because there's two of these, but I mean both of them. There's Double Indemnity. Is anyone in the chat seen Double Indemnity?
Never heard.
It's an old 44 film noir. That also had there was a remake of Double Indemnity that came out in like 73. They had another one that came out in 73. Like it's an iconic iconic film. Like it's
I think
if you've ever seen that movie, you kind of understand the assignment.
Here, I'll say this to you all. A lot of y'all have watched movies like this before at some point, whether if it was a VHS, whether if it was a DVD. You have seen a movie like this before, or you've gotten older and now you watching movies. You grew up with your family watching them or something like that, like older stuff like this. All you got to do is you're just reading it in a different media now, or you're reading it now instead of watching.
Right,
you're absorbing that story, just different form of media. So I think a lot of you all would enjoy it. If again you're trying to get away from the capes and stuff, and you just want genuinely like good open shut stories, and that's what this is.
This has a beginning. It has a beginning, has a middle, it has an end, and just like any noir film, nobody gets out clean. Nobody gets out clean. There is no clean. There's no clean happy ending at the end. I'm gonna go ahead and divorce you of that idea when you go into this.
Yeah, everybody is dirty in this. Yes, that's a great. That's a great.
It is grimy. It is like this book is grimy. Like It is. It is. But the thing is, I will say this. This is indicative of the style of storytelling that Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips have kind of built their careers on, because and I think, like I said, if you're familiar with any aspect of Ed Brubaker's work, even like his cape shit, nobody ever really walks away like being 100% clean in any of their stuff. Like the endings hurt. The story itself hurts, but the endings, they really hurt. Even like Reckless, which is one of their more upbeat books, even that doesn't always end clean. Like there's always like something that happened that even if the characters walk away from it, they're changed. Like and you see it as each book goes on. The fade out is just watching that shit happen in real time. But yeah, it's
you're gonna say, damn, at the end of this book. You're going to.
Yes.
But now that we have gotten away from the the capes and the superheroics and stuff like that, Ernie, let's talk capes and superheroics. I heard you read Daredevil this week.
Yeah, I read Daredevil. So I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna be taken good and well out of context.
Okay, well. Before you do that, what we're talking about, Daredevil #1 dropped this week. Silent and Ahmed, for everyone who did not like his run, you all can.
You can breathe easy now.
You can breathe easy. You can relax, relate, release. Stephanie Phillips is on this book with Lee Garbett on art.
Yes.
Ernie, go.
So we're back to status quo. For those of you who remember the Silent and Ahmed run, Matt was a
man of the cloth.
He was a man of the cloth. This was by the end of the Chip Zdarsky era when he climbed his way out of hell. He came back as man of the cloth, pastor, Pastor Murdoch.
Reverend Murdoch.
Reverend Murdoch. Yeah, he was
Matt.
Catholic. Yeah, Reverend Matt. Reverend Matty boy. Reverend Double D.
Reverend Matt.
So that's done. He's no longer a reverend. We're past that part now. That's been done away with. Which I find sad because I actually thought it was an interesting thing for him to be. I thought that was more interesting than him being a lawyer. But that said, he is now kind of back to his old tricks because we're new number one, and instead of going back to be a lawyer, and I did think this was handled pretty well. The way for those who don't know, this is Stephanie Phillips who's writing this. But basically, how she has set this up is that Matt, because of all the fuckery he's been involved in over the years, he's practically untouchable when it comes to anyone wanting to have him be a part of their law firm or anything else for that matter. Well, as it turns out, he's now taken a job at Empire State. And he's now operating as a law professor, which honestly was not the thing I would have picked for him, but it makes sense. And we get to spend a little bit of time here. I'll just pull this up. We get to spend a little bit of time with Daredevil in that sense, and we get to see how he handles being in a classroom. He for a lot of the internal monologue and bluster that this is kind of scary, or this is a whole new situation, he actually handles it pretty well. I'm gonna keep it a buck though. This book does a lot of setup to remind you that he's kind of back to status quo, but technically not at the same time. There's really a thing that happens at the beginning and the end of the book that's actually kind of the more interesting part of it. Matt has been marked for death. Not Daredevil. Matt Murdock. It's not Daredevil. That's the thing I think that you have to really take into account here. There's a new baddie on the scene, new bad guy on the scene, and you can see that character basically on the first page. There's a new character who has stepped into the arena and is basically warning Matt Murdock that he is going to die. That his time is on the horizon. Yeah, he's was it Eddie Murphy in Life, The Upper Room. It's on the way. But the thing is, Matt's also meeting some new characters, one of which he's meeting legitimately for the first time, and another who technically is one of the, and I always find situations like this kind of weird, and I don't really like them as narrative devices. But there is a new character who is introduced who we've never really seen before, but apparently him and Matt are like old friends. They kind of did the same thing during the Chip Zdarsky run as well. They took, well, I think it was a character that had been around, but it was like very obscure character, and then like they tried to make a bigger deal of them, what they really were, so on and so forth. They kind of do something similar here, and it's like, okay, so there's this. I think I was talking to Jay Penumbra in Wednesday Pull about this. I didn't like this when John Ridley did it with Black Panther, where suddenly there was this new best friend. This friend that like had a complete and total like mark on T'Challa's upbringing and life. They've been friends, like they were like day ones, but we ain't ever heard this Negro's name a day in our lives. It was kind of one of those situations. And they do that here with this. The time will tell whether or not this pays off. But basically, Matt has a couple of different people. This is one of the others. This is a new character that he meets. She's also a law professor, and she looks like trouble. And I'm gonna tell you right now, please believe Matt is going to try to smash. That's just what he does. He is going to try to smash. Just go ahead and accept it.
That boy made a comment about how rude she was to him and how he kind of liked it. Matt is a freak.
Oh yeah,
because freaky man.
So and this is really the perfect page, because like on this page he's literally talking about how when supervillains dangle the hero above a shark infested tank, lowering them slowly while delivering an evil monologue. Basically, he's equating his first interaction with this woman to that, but then also turns around and says he likes sharks. He's like, he wants it. He wants it. He really wants it. But no, honestly,
he'll try, succeed, and feel the Catholic guilt after.
yes. No, he most certainly will. It's gonna happen. He's man. Look, we all know Matt ain't shit. Okay, look, I know this as the treasurer of the Hornhead fan club. I know Matt ain't shit. Like you'll never, like, for all my love of Daredevil, you are never gonna hear Ernie Carruthers, the Blerd Without Fear, say Matt Murdock is a perfect person. I know that motherfucker is flawed. He is slaw a lot of the time when it comes to his romantic endeavors. That man is a whole slaw when it comes to his romantic endeavors. But no, the other thing that's going on is that there's murders afoot. There's someone out there murdering people, cutting their eyes out, and all kinds of other crazy stuff. And, because of the setup, it's really easy to pinpoint that it's probably one of the two new characters who we've never seen before. And you know what? Honestly, I would love it if Stephanie subverted expectation and none of the shit that's going on has anything to do with either of these two new characters. But typically when new characters kind of pop up out of nowhere and there's new baddies on the table, it's a pretty high chance that at least one of them is on some bullshit. Now, that said, yes, there's one thing this book does do that I thought was really interesting when Matt's kind of going through the motions, talking about his, how connected he is to Hell's Kitchen, and they kind of show you the different eras of Daredevil as they kind of like span through all that. I thought that was really cool because, I was one of those people that, I know a lot of people didn't like the black armor Daredevil. I actually thought he was cool.
Did you read the little mini they did recently of him back in that armor?
Yeah, I didn't finish it, but I read like I read the first couple of it. Which because they did it there, and I think they did it with something else like before that. But gotcha. I always thought it was cool because it was. I mean, me personally, I'm more preferable to the red, like the all red. But like, if you want to talk about like costumes that I think like I thought were cool. It was a very 90s costume. Let's get that out right away. But I mean, I still thought it was a pretty solid look for Daredevil. That said, yes, Matt Murdock finds out that we'll just leave it at that. Matt Murdock finds out that the new player in town, they don't seem to know that Matt Murdock and Daredevil are the same person. Once again, that's that the Purple Children shenanigans still kind of lingering from the Charles Soule era Daredevil, if memory serves. But basically, Matt. I like this book ended. I thought they did a really good job. I think Daredevil's off to a good start. I know a lot of people had these weird concerns that Stephanie wouldn't be able to write Daredevil, and I don't know why. I mean, no, I know why. I know why they thought this, and it's not a good reason. But yeah, I think sometimes people they tell on themselves, they think, oh, it's a woman, she's not gonna know how to write this character. I think a woman is probably the best person to write Daredevil. And I mean, you need to look no further than the Ann Nocenti run of Daredevil, which most people don't even realize they loved. Like the Ann Nocenti era of Daredevil.
They realize, you know how much the motherfuckers been begging for that shit to come out in omnibus. They've been begging and clamoring for that shit.
Shout out to Dr. Midnight, who sent me his collection of the Ann Nocenti run of Daredevil, which I have in my boxes. But yeah, he Dr. Midnight sent me that, and I think people really need to give Anne her flowers on that one, because a lot of people, like when she started writing Daredevil, I think there was a lot of people who just assumed it, like if you didn't pay attention to whose name was on the credits or whatever, I think there were a lot of people who probably just assumed it was still Frank Miller. Or maybe you noticed because the quality of writing was actually a little less misogynistic, a little less male gaze directed. But I feel like there are some people, like if I handed you a collection of Daredevil comics and told you don't pay attention to the credits, if you got out of the Frank Miller era into the Ann Nocenti era, I don't think most people would notice. Like, you'd be like, if you liked the Frank Miller era and you said, man, this just keeps getting better and better, yeah, you just probably didn't notice that it wasn't him no more. But no, now I'm going to say something controversial about this book, because I wanted to get all that out of the way, because I didn't want anyone to think that I have a problem with it.
Yeah.
This first issue, it's a good issue. There's nothing crazy happening in it. Like, it's typical Daredevil fare. And that's fine.
You asked me about it.
Yeah. No. And the thing is, when Carter told me, I was a little worried at first, because Carter read it before I did. And when I asked him, I was like, what do you think? That was exactly what he said. It's like, it's just some more Daredevil. And here's the thing. Honestly, I think that's not a bad thing.
Okay.
Because you got to think about it. How much Daredevil has been different lately? Mark Waid, I think Mark Waid and Ed Brubaker and Bendis, I think they're still top 5, when it comes to Daredevil. Zdarsky, man, I ain't gonna lie, the only thing that's keeping Zdarsky kind of out of there is when he came up with that Red Fist saga. I ain't gonna hold you.
Fun fact. You are one of the only people I have heard that actually praise Brubaker's Daredevil run. Apparently,
really?
Yep.
What is wrong with these people?
I have seen people. I shit you not. I have seen people put Ed Brubaker's Daredevil run next to Andy Diggles with the Shadow Man stuff.
What? Nigga.
It's not me. I'm just showing you. I'm telling y'all. No. I'm talking to them. I know you know what I mean. Y'all driving and listening, and y'all watching. This is not Carter saying this. This is just shit Carter has read on the interwebs, on Twitter and Threads and Reddit. Yeah, a lot of people put the Brubaker stuff with Diggles. Yep.
That's diabolical, man. Because I'm like, bro, dude, what are we doing?
Yeah. So,
dude, Brubaker was lit.
I want to troll the audience real quick by asking you a question, but not giving them the whole thing.
Okay.
And then I want us to get to these super chats because we got some super chats to be
Yeah.
There is a book I just randomly started reading when I was in the bathroom. And it's a horror comic because I know how much you like horror.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to see if you would read it, but I know you won't because of who's writing it. But I still want to see if you would read it. Well, who are you talking about, Carter? I ain't telling y'all. I'm gonna send it to Ernie and see if what he say.
All right. Hold on, let me see. Man, nigga, no.
Okay, let's get some out of the way. I just feel like this is real quick. Y'all not gonna know who I'm talking about. Y'all ain't gonna know what book I'm talking about. It's just now we gonna leave it. We gonna just keep this show moving. Let's get these super chats out of the way, big dog.
Yeah. Let's start with the oldest one first. Let's get on this. This is from the homie Stomp 10. Hey. Says, what up, Blerds? If the indie comic The Antagonist ever got a live show, would you be down to watch it?
That's a good question, Mr. Blerd Without Fear, Ernie FBA Carruthers, and the B stand for Blerd. Would you read? Man, you know, I'm gonna put a question on top of Stomp's question. Would you read it again? And if it was a show, would you watch it with some of the things that have come out about the creator? Now, I don't know how much of it is because it's just me. You all are gonna know way more than me. But I have only seen 2 things, and then I think people are just running with that and just adding a bunch of their shit on there. But yeah, let's hear this.
So my issue with The Antagonist, I actually was gonna make a video kind of addressing a part of it, but I ended up just saying, you know what, I don't really care. I have told the people who need to be told what they need, or maybe I should. I don't know. Because I see a lot of people glazing. The Antagonist lately because Rob made a video about it, and honestly, part of me kind of wants to just let people have their joy. But at the same time, knowing what I know about the creator of The Antagonist, all Rob did is make my point even more without even I don't think Rob realizes how much more he made the charges unbeatable than what I ever could have. There's no video that I can make that could damn Rob the way that video he made about The Antagonist was, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the reason why I don't fuck with The Antagonist no more is because I am all about and I'm gonna use a word that I guess a set of letters I don't expect a lot of people to know. I am all about BDS. If you don't know what BDS is, that means boycott, divestment, and sanctions. Okay. Basically what that is to mean is if I don't fuck with somebody, I don't fuck with them on any level whatsoever. They don't get any money from me. They don't get anything from me. So that's
the creator for the book I just asked you about.
Yes. Okay. Same thing. So it's on. It's one of those where it's like, oh no. It's off top. The Antagonist, which was it? Is it Tyler F. Martin? I think is Sure. I'm gonna tell you why I don't fuck with. No, I was actually correct. I didn't realize how correct I was. I said Tyler F. Martin. If that is the case, it's Tyler Forrest Martin. But yeah, Tyler F. Martin, same thing.
Okay.
So I'm going to show you guys something that is the reason why, and thank you for the $5 super chat, Stomp. The reason why I'm kind of not really going to fuck with Tyler on any major level is because of a post he made when Charlie Kirk.
Okay, I've seen this.
Yeah. So this was him. This was him when Charlie got clapped. And I'm sorry, like I know it's just like a broken heart emoji and a rest in peace or whatever. But here's the thing: words matter. Words matter.
Okay.
If you're someone who is sad that Charlie Kirk is gone, or you're saying rest in peace to Charlie Kirk, now Tyler could, I shouldn't tell him how to clean this up, but if he really wanted to clean this up, he could have just simply said, "Oh no, I meant rest in piss," is what he could have said, but he didn't say that. So there you go. Anyway, I actually cropped out the other part of this because I actually got this from someone else. This is actually the full post. This was somebody else that did this. And here, I'm actually going to zoom this in so you guys can kind of see what's going on here. But it said, meet Tyler Forrest Martin. He and his fellow Coonsman, Marcel Dupree, y'all have heard me talk about him, and Eric July are the reason why I now thoroughly vet any comic creator before I back and support their products. Someone said it's a coon-demic in the comic space, and it is certainly true. And I don't disagree. I don't disagree with that sentiment. I do think that everybody should vet, because I do it. I vet everybody. When people reach out to me, I look them up. I had somebody reach out to me not too long ago, wanting me to help them promote their comic on Kickstarter. And the more I was like, man, why does their name sound familiar? And then I realized it was someone who got really aggro with me and like was calling me all about my name a couple of years ago. And now they're asking me to help them like promote their comic. I was like, fuck out of here, dude. You must have thought I forgot. But no, I also don't like Tyler Forrest.
Wait.
What was up?
When the show is done, you gotta tell me who the fuck you talking about right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. We'll talk.
That's news to me. I gotta hear this one. I gotta hear this one.
Yeah. So this was also another thing he did that I found a little bit sus. And in light of the video I made recently talking about black indie comics and how like I don't like when black creators try to blame black people for why their books don't sell. Yeah. This kind of falls somewhat into that category, but here, let's do this. Is this guy basically like, I feel like this guy I feel like he needs to get off the internet. I'm just going to leave it at that. But this is him talking about other comic creators, saying another unmistakable indicator of these mediocre Sambo comic creators is the glaring lack of quality in their work. You can see it in the poor camera quality during their streams or interviews, hear it in the subpar sound quality, and notice it in the art of their books. Even their logos often look like they were hastily thrown together in Microsoft Paint. They lean so heavily on their small circle of about 40 to promote, fund, and defend each other that they've completely overlooked the essential elements of building a solid brand with high-tier engagement with their fans, if you can call them that. Now, I'm not really sure who he was talking about when he said this, but kind of similarly to how I saw the discourse going when the whole like black indie comic thing was coming up. Yeah. And there were like other black indie creators who were kind of like shooting shots at people who were like myself, specifically, for riding so hard for the Dakota incident, but trying to say that I don't support black indies, that, oh, you got to have black support, Here's the thing, and I know I know some people disagree with me, and I don't care, but I will tell you this. You know the only people who I need to agree with me? All the people, all the writers, artists, and other people in the industry who either texted me, emailed me, or DM'd me and told me how right I was. And they're probably some of your favorites. That's all I'm going to say.
Can you go back to that post real quick? I want to.
Yeah.
Real quick. And you all can tell me if I'm thinking about this the wrong way.
Right.
He's talking about the lack of quality in people's work. So, okay. Quality. Yeah. Someone purchases this man's book. They get it digitally. All right. So now you just have a digital copy of that book. I'm just gonna just say it. Fuck it.
Please say the thing, because I know where you're going.
So Elite X1, he sent Ernie and I a copy of this book. Quality. right? So when he sent us the digital copy of this book, he then Elite X1 had to go into a completely different program to upscale the book to somewhat decent quality.
Yeah.
Because the copy that he had purchased from this person, from Tyler Martin, from the website, I guess,
Yeah,
was so bad and unreadable. Elite X1 had to go into a completely different program himself to upscale that shit just to make the art and words legible to him, me, Ernie,
anybody.
That's number one. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's number one. That's number one. So quality. So again, quality. There was no quality.
I want to just interject real quick. He had to have a Kickstarter recently to get a better version of that. Like now, the version you can find now is in better quality, to my understanding. But the thing is, where was that quality when you first came out?
Okay.
Why did the comic look like it was done in 72p?
So, okay. Now here's another one. They lean so heavily on their small circle of about 40 to promote fun and defend each other. I want to stop it right there.
Right.
Okay. I didn't really hear anybody talking about the antagonist, but a very small group of a very select group of individuals, in the sense of it's one of them ones like, if you know it, you know it, but not a lot of people do.
No.
I think the only reason now that you no longer have a small circle talking about your book is because Rob just did a video on it. So Rob is the only reason that and a huge amount of people know about your stuff now. No?
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong in saying that? Because
no,
I didn't know what the fuck antagonist was. It was just, hey, I sent this book to Ernie, and I think you guys should talk about it. I think you guys might like this book. That was the only way I found out that the antagonist existed.
Yeah, the chocolate covered Incredibles.
That is no. I would rather use that for a better black book. But,
yeah, that is fair. You know what? That is fair. That is fair.
My whole point is like
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
that tickled me more than probably
that's my whole thing of like, you had to lean heavily on your small circle, and that didn't work. And then Rob found your book, and then to for other reasons, and now everyone knows Tyler Martin. Now everybody wants to talk about the antagonist, and we're getting super chats about the antagonist. So it's just like, man, what are you on right now, big dog? What are you on?
I man, like I said, is here's the thing. I read the antagonist. It was a thing. I don't rock with it the way other people do. I know that Rob thinks it's amazing. But yeah, once again, to me, that's like a cop telling me these drugs are bussing. Yeah, or whatever. It's like it's kind of a sign to me that something's not right. Honestly, between the poor quality of the book as I saw it, and this was once again had to be AI upscaled just to be readable.
Well, hello, real quick, Ernie, go back to that post that he made. Go back to that post because there's something else I thought. Okay, we're gonna keep it again on that word, quality.
Okay, yeah.
So you had the digital copy that other people had to upscale themselves to make it legible. You just after paying for it, you just now had to do a Kickstarter for a higher quality version of that book. Where was the quality there? You're the one that is having to put these books out. I have seen several comments when people bring up the antagonist now about how they still have not received their copy of the book physically. Quality. If anyone has the glaring lack of quality, it's you from monetary, a consumer standpoint, a reading stand. Like, so you wild and making all these comments when they
That's
could be said
diabolical.
right to you, my guy.
Yeah.
But again, you can tell me I'm wrong in that, but
Yeah.
this is just how I feel about the whole thing.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it omnibus with you, man. This is the call is coming from inside the house situation.
Mm-hmm.
The call is coming from inside the house. This is like, I'm sorry, but I don't like seeing people like this. And I'm sorry. I once up, like when full disclosure, when Elite sent me in Carter the book, I did legitimately consider talking about it. But I have a policy when I don't have anything nice to say, I generally try to keep my mouth shut when it comes to other people's creations. Now, if I don't like you, that policy changes a little bit. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you who put me on game. My artist for Heart of the Darkness put me on game about Dude. That was kind of what made me, because I was talking to him about it, and the more I talked to Quinn, I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
You said I should have bought Ace Blade back then. No, you shouldn't. Yeah. That man said Captain America: The First Avenger was better than Captain America: Brave New World. That is unforgivable. Luther Vandross.
I ain't gonna lie. I got words from my boy Daddy about that. I got words from my boy Daddy about that.
He getting flamed the next time he come on this show. Sorry, not sorry.
Nah.
But we kind of fell off in the weeds for a minute. You got more super chats you got to read. Go ahead.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do. We got one here. This is Rafters right here. Says, late to the cave. Hope this wasn't asked already, but where did Blerd get that Stank on you shirt? So here's the thing. This shirt that you can see here, this was a gift. Nick Shafani of Nerd 901 gifted me this for my birthday. This was like maybe man, dude, time has flown. This is like 3, maybe almost 4 years ago.
You get a goddamn shirt. I got flipped off at a wedding.
I forgot about that. I do not know where he got it from, but I tell you what, if I find out, I'll make a note of it, and I will share once I find out.
I never told you this about Nick Shafani. You all have seen him in here a few times.
Yeah.
But true story. You want to see? I wish you had came to that wedding, Ernie, for no other reason than seeing a white couple look uncomfortable while a group of black women are singing and dancing and rapping "fuck nigga free," and they don't know if they can dance or say anything because they might get,
you can
dance. They might get snatched. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. It was too funny, bro.
I will say though, Nick and Summer are like they're really cool. I love them. They're just awesome. Also, speedy recovery to Summer, because I know she had I think, what was it? I think she broke her wrist or her ankle. Oof. One of the two. I can't remember which, and I always get them mixed up. Damn. But yeah, speedy recovery to her. Yeah.
Okay.
But no, that said, we got Gokon Shuri's baby's father, aka Gokon Freeman, out here with the 5. Says, "What up, Cave? Sony finally realizes the live Spider-Man villainverse is boo-boo water. Should they continue pushing Miles or close it with third movie?"
Okay, I can do this in real quick.
Yes, go ahead. I'm gonna let you take it.
They didn't realize that the villainverse was boo-boo. I think everybody and their mama knew it was boo-boo, but we want to keep these licenses, so we're going to continue to put out boo-boo. I'm not saying anything about this Miles movie because I'm just exhausted at this point. When it comes to that, like, either because every time we hear something now, it's behind the scenes fuckery. That's all it's been. So at this point, dog, I just want the movie to come out, or y'all to just treat it like the Blade movie and just shut the fuck up talking about it and hope people forget, which they won't. So yeah, I'm just exhausted from talking about the Miles movie because I want to see it, but I don't think that movie coming out at this point. I think it's going to be a Blade situation, honestly. Because you never hear anything positive. You never hear anything positive about that movie, just like you don't hear anything positive about Blade anymore. It's always just shenanigans or no, we ain't forgot. It's coming. But they've been saying that for like several years now. So no, I don't think they've learned anything. It's gonna be some more movies coming, big dog. Sorry. You finna get Voss in a Scorpion movie, whether you like it or not. You getting that, big dog. Sorry.
Just saying. I'm just saying. It's this is a thing. But no.
Because, Sony didn't seen how successful Thunderbolts was. Bet money we finna get a new Venom with Voss's Venom now. We finna get that Matt Gargan Venom.
Man, look, we're gonna look. It's go. Oh man, I'm not. I don't know if I want that or not. That could be awful or it could be great. I don't know. But I think the stakes are too high. Highlight 915 with the 10 says, "What up, Cave? Another turn off during this whole saga has been the amount of gatekeepers treating the medium like a secret society, complaining about support, but sabotaging the culture with purity tests." And that's the thing. So for me, I think that it is what it is. It is what it is because I don't like supporting people who are a net harm, and I don't care what color they are. There are people in our midst who are a net harm to us. They're not doing anything positive. They're maligning our space. They are sowing like the discord and dissent that like and I don't know how this is directed, but I'll keep it neutral here. The same people who call me out for pointing out that people are bad, they're quick to call me out for pointing out that the people are bad, but don't want to call out the people for being bad.
That's what I was laughing at, is like sabotaging the culture with purity tests. That's what I've seen several people say you do. You purity.
Yeah, no, they purity. Well, and the thing is, but here's the thing though.
Yeah.
It's not a purity test. And I hate when people use that term because people misuse it.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a Trump supporter or if you rock with white nationalists, because let's keep it a buck, Charlie Kirk was a whole white nationalist. He literally spread nothing but disinformation about black people throughout his career. And none of it, none of that misinformation positive in any way, shape, form, or fashion. He was a person who said that black people were more inherently violent than any other race in the world, that we were the whole problem with America, that, he would say stuff like how black people were less intelligent. Ernie,
please. He wasn't talking about all of us. I guarantee that's how that's how they're gonna do it.
No. You know what it is?
He was just talking about y'all know them ones. He was
yeah, no. And I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's the same thing that happened to Latinos during the last election. Y'all know I'm talking about them Latinos that said that they voted for Trump because they thought that he was gonna get rid of the bad Latinos.
Yeah,
it's that same energy. It's that.
I'm gonna get several lawyers in trouble right now. I almost say something. We need to keep it on comic books right now. I almost got several people disbarred right there in the comment I just made. No.
Ooh, yeah. Don't do it. I mean, here's my thing. Like, because I had some people criticize me over the weekend for some things that I said recently. Granted, none of them were things that I don't think I did or said anything wrong, but I just told the truth and shamed the devil. And I was even told by many other creators in the comics industry, all of whom are black, that I was 100% correct. For those wondering what I'm talking about how I made the comment that if you're relying only on black people buying your black indie comic for its success, you will always fail. because black people don't make up the majority of comic book readers.
Wait, people got mad at you for that? Because
there's some people who got mad at me for that. Yeah, well, because here's the thing, there's this
the
myth.
example you brought up was because somebody else asked me, "Hey, do you know this dude, Blerd Without Fear?" Yeah, I know who that is. He did this video. It was very interesting. I think you should watch it. I don't know if you've ever watched any of his other stuff, but will swear to me they didn't see me on the Blerd Cave a few times. I tell you about friends nowadays.
Man, bruh.
He's the example you brought up, because he told me, he said one thing he said was he said it wasn't just Black Panther didn't blow up and make all these billions because it was just black folks. It's because everybody watched it, which is a very valid point to make. I said, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's,
but are you sure you watch me on Blerd Cave? Yeah. I like you on that joint. That shit is fire.
You done told on yourself. Now. But no, people claim that I was out of pocket for saying that like you need more than black people to support a black indie comic. That's true. Do you know why the Dakota incident blew up the way it did? Because it was more than just Negroes buying it. I saw lots of white people buying it. I saw lots of Latino people buying it. Everybody was buying that shit. It wasn't
because it was a good comic.
It was a fucking good comic. And here, I want to remind people of something. How many black people in the United States, based on last year's census, black people make up anywhere between roughly 14 to 15% of everybody in the entire United States. I think we need to really understand that, like how that works. Now, white people make up 61.6%. Now, granted, this is a little bit of an older census, but still, that number is significant. And the reality is, if we're saying that white people make up 61%, black people make up 14 to 15%, now let's talk about comics. White people make up the majority of comics readers, and I don't know who needs to hear this, it just is what it is. That doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. But even if every black person in the United States read comics, it would still be less than the number of white people in the country. If even half of the white people who exist in this country, if only half read comics and the entirety of our population read comics, we still would not be more. So yes, if you are relying on a fraction of a number of people to support your book and make you popular, you're a fucking fool. You have to write your story in such a way that it is allowed to be accessible to anybody. That's why I made the comments I made in that video where I said that you don't necessarily have to make it like the most blackety black thing ever, but you also don't have to not make it the most blackety black thing ever. You can, in fact, like case in point, in my book, Heart of the Darkness, all of the main characters that are of any import are black except for one. But the villains are also kind of a mixed bag of people as well. There's black villains, there's white villains, there's Latino villains, there's going to be Asian, various and sundry, LGBTQ plus, whatever, But the thing is, you want to know why my book is probably more accessible to a wider audience than some others, Carter? It's because the theme of the book is universal. It's not, the theme of the book isn't just, it's a Negro in Memphis. No, the theme of the book is it's a dude who, he is black, to be sure, but his problem is expectation, legacy, having something that he did not want pushed upon him and just having to deal with it. That's a universal thing. Anybody can relate to that. And the sooner people write stories like that, the sooner they will have a more mainstream audience than what they have. The audience will be less niche. Now, y'all can be mad at me for that. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. And you can be mad at me for purity testing people because they were on some fuck shit. But here's my thing. It's my fucking money. If I don't want to give my money to a fucking Trump supporter or a fucking maggot, that's my business. I'm not saying you don't have to. I'm saying I'm not. Now, if you take that at like, if you take offense to who I choose to put my fucking hard-earned dollars behind, you got a bigger problem than you're having a problem with me. Because at that point, you've made it parasocial, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't know if that's what that was meant. I don't know what that was meant to prove, but if for whatever reason, I mean, I'm gonna take it as though you're disappointed in me. If that's your problem, then I'm sorry. See yourself out. See yourself out. I'm not gonna put you out, but if this made you unhappy, please, by all means, out the door. If that was the issue. That said, next, because I don't have time to suss out nuance in text. Gearless Mode with the hundo.
Appreciate it.
Says she.
And I already sent you the message, but thank you as well.
Oh, yes.
Not you.
No. I know it. No, I know because he talked to me about it. That was why my yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. But yes.
Yes,
I meant to actually ask.
It happened mid Outcast shirt conversation.
Hey, I love to see it. Also, real quick, shout out to Gearless because, like I said, man, dude's just out here, just really just doing the Lord's work. We appreciate it so much. So yeah, shout out to the one and the only. I gotta drop the bomb for Gearless.
You got another one here. $4.99 from Senor Dalton Leprique, the Frenchiest of Spanish Frenchmen. He said he just picked up Scion number one. Black indie comic. What? Arts Fire?
Yeah,
what?
Man, that's crazy.
That book I do know about because there was I think this was somebody who backed the Kickstarter for it when I went to the Comic Den, the black-owned comic shop. I went over there last week, and there was somebody talking about it. It's about like the way he said it was kind of gross though. He was like, he said, imagine Nancy Drew, but it's a brother, and he's trying to solve a crime at a HBCU.
Yeah.
The fact that he said take Nancy Drew, but it's a brother, I started laughing immediately.
Oh no, it's awesome. So I don't know exactly when it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm not 100%. I can't 100% say because we haven't had much more conversation beyond that point. But I'm trying to schedule up I'm trying to schedule up a talk. A talk with him because basically there's a Kickstarter coming up for issue 2. And it'll have like one and everything like packaged in and with it.
Okay. I didn't tell you the way he said it. Hold on.
Yeah. Hit me.
Ernie, I didn't tell you this part. He said, okay. He said, so take Nancy. All right, Carter. So you take Nancy Drew, right? But it's a nigga though. And they trying to solve a mystery at like a HBCU. So you got a brother, mystery HBCU. That's cool. That's cold, right? Yeah, that sounds interesting. Okay. But now, I shit you not, this is exactly how he did it. But now you got a brother at a HBCU trying to solve some shit going on. But it might be some supernatural shit going on over there. That's exactly how they did it. I swear to God, that's exactly how he did it. But it's some supernatural shit going on at the HBCU, bro.
Oh, God damn.
I don't know why he had to do the spear fingers when he described it to me like that. But I swear that's exactly how he did it. That was exactly how he did it.
I love our people. I really do. I
shit going on though, Carter. That sound right? Like
I love the crust of our people. Even it's God damn. No,
y'all know when some shit makes y'all laugh and y'all randomly just start thinking about that shit. Dog, do you know that drive home? I'm at the light. And I just started doing that shit and just started laughing to myself. You know, y'all know when y'all do shit like that. Like, it's the supernatural shit. I just start cracking.
But no, Scion is actually good, and it is by someone who isn't a piece of shit, to my understanding. I'll just say this. I actually had the pleasure of talking to this brother, Mark Bandy. I had the pleasure of talking with him. God, this was like a couple of weeks ago, I think. On the, I think this was on Captain Diesel's dojo. I think is where we had that. It was like, I don't want to say it's about a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, no, Mark's a good dude. I like him. He's a positive face in the black indie scene that I wish we had more of. So yeah, the artist of was this artist co-creator of White Sky is black, so does that count as a black indie comic? I mean, I would say so. I mean, to some degree or another. Yeah. I mean, like here's the thing with that. I think that words matter, and while it might not be the entire creative team, I don't think that's always going to be the case. I don't think you're always gonna like. Okay, all right. Ooh, man, I'm gonna say something ugly. So I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all. There are a lot of black indie comics that have artists that aren't black, or have they like the writer is usually black, but the artist probably is not. Not all the time, but more often than not. Not all the time, but more often than not. It just depends. But that doesn't make it any less a black indie title. So I usually say intent to me is what matters more over like all, unless like the creative team's on some fuck shit. But that's the thing. And I'm not to take it back to that, but this is why I vet a lot of the stuff I look at. Because I don't like supporting bad people. I don't like supporting sus people. And if you like giving your money to sus people, that's on you. I choose not to. And avoid it whenever humanly possible, in whatever way humanly possible. Case in point, see my stance on Neil Gaiman's The Sandman. There you go. Next one. We've got, what was that? Vale Dalir. Says, this is with the 5. Says, I recently got to reading a lot more milestones since watching your channel. Just got some icon and hardware in. Thanks for everything. Stay smooth. Hey, all the time. And I appreciate anyone who comes to this channel, sees me talking about milestone, and decides that they want to dive in, and kind of get the story for themselves, because that lets me know that I have said something of value. That I have told you something about these books that has made you more interested, that you and not only did you engage with the material, but you have continued with the material. So that to me, that is.
Let me ask you this question.
Yes, ask away. I
want you to look behind you right now, okay? Look behind you, okay? Not that side, boy. There you go. That you see all them board games you got back there?
Yep.
Would you think it would be wise to knock all that shit down, move all that shit somewhere else, and just let that be the milestone wall?
I mean, honestly, I'm not against it.
It's some dust on several of them goddamn board games.
So, okay, so what Carter's alluding to, and this is something I've been pretty open about. I used to be a big board game guy. I still am, sort of. Yeah. I don't get to play board games as much as I used to, because when the pandemic happened, it basically just kind of changed everybody's habits. So like these board games require people to be in the same room, and a lot of people just don't get out as much anymore. I don't really get out as much anymore. And I'll go ahead and keep it a stack. A lot of my board games, they're not like, oh, hey, let's set this up and play a quick game for like an hour. Like most of these are games that like you could play all day. They're like video games, damn near. They're like video games in cardboard format. More or less, like some of these are games that, like, if you wanted to play them, be like, hey, so look, this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna meet up on Saturday. We're gonna meet up at 10 a.m. We're going to get everything set up. We're going to have breakfast. We'll play the game for a little bit, take a lunch break, and then play for a little bit, have dinner, play for a little bit, and then everybody go the fuck home. I have a lot of board games like that. That are like big investments of time. And honestly, I don't know as many people anymore who have the time to do that sort of thing. So yeah, honestly, I've actually given away or like donated a lot of the games that I do have. So these are just the ones that are left, and I just haven't figured out what to do with them. But what I will probably wind up doing is, and I actually have, you can't really see it because I'm blocking it, but there actually are some games that are no longer on the bottom shelf anymore. I need to actually rotate it and just start putting the books that are on the bottom on the top. I've just, yeah, it's weird. But yeah, this all kind of stems from back when I used to run a board game YouTube channel. So yeah, that is if anyone has ever wondered why I am that way, or why I have so many board games, and like it makes me sad too, because I still have that. I have 2 Ninja Turtles board games back there that I wish I got to play, and I just want to play them.
All right,
somebody play with me.
Fuck this board game question. Let's get to
what you got.
Main
what you got for me?
Question, and I think I'm gonna ask this question for the next couple of weeks every Blerd occasion, so we can get a concrete answer. So we can get a concrete answer from Blerd Without Fear, Ernie FBA Carruthers, and the B stand for Blerd. Have you decided yet?
Oh,
if LA Comic-Con is in your future later this year?
It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually more possible than not. I think that because it's what did we determine that LA Comic-Con was at the end of?
Yeah, it was the end of October, and I think November 1st was the last day.
Yeah. So yeah, because LoreCon is at the end of September, that would kind of give me a nice little buffer between going out and doing shit. So it's actually more possible than not. So I will say,
y'all, it's ain't for me. I didn't see this.
I would say
I didn't been at his house.
Tentatively, we'll say it's possible.
Okay.
That said, do we have anything in Discord
Yes, we have Discord questions. This girl here, boy.
Oh my god. The duology the duology tour, man. Jazz,
you
you
have
ain't
to
shit.
do the fucking like wear the all black shit.
Yeah, I feel like
you have to do that. That has to be the thumbnail. Whoa. Before I get to these questions, Gearless Mode with another hundo said, my favorite board game, you say? It's an amalgam called Strip Truth or Dare Jenga with Uno plus Alpha. That's the devil at work. That's what the name of that game
I'm about to say, that sounds like the most diabolical game ever played. And my God, I feel like drinks would have to be involved.
You can't, no, that is nasty. With Uno, you can't be angry and naked and have to clean up the Jenga mess
while drawing 24.
Man, that is not fight nobody in all them situations. You can't fight nobody in all them situations. That is nuts.
So I'll say this because this is easy.
Yeah.
You can't see it back there, but it's like there.
Okay.
There's a board game right there called Village Attacks.
Yeah.
And I like to think of it as Castlevania the Castlevania the board game. And the reason why I say that is Village Attacks is where you play as the monsters. Like you basically set up your castle and you set up traps and opposition and shit like that. And basically villagers are trying to break into your castle and slay the monster. And like the villagers range from like regular ass villagers to actual fucking Simon Belmont level heroes. And you can play stuff like the Headless Horseman, werewolves, vampires, and all kinds of other shit. It's really fun. It's a co-op game where like basically it's you and other people playing as the monsters. The villagers are I don't like this word has become such a dirty word, but the villagers, they move based on like an AI style system for board games where like it's like, hey, if this happens, this happens. If this happens, then this happens. It's that type. There's no actual AI, but that was a term they used to throw around a lot back in the board game industry when that game came out. But Village Attacks, it's really fun. Also, I do love a good game of Marvel Legendary, as Screwface Capone has brought up. So yes.
Okie dokie. But yeah, we got 2 questions in the Discord, so we actually good this week. First question from Q Doma. He asks he said, "Afternoon, Ernie and Carter. What up, bro? Hope you're all doing well. My question to you both is, do you think we will get a Sinners comic book? Boy, no. And if we do, who would you like to see do it as far as writing goes?" Well, okay, let me backpedal. I'm immediately gonna backpedal. And the reason I'm gonna backpedal is because we did get a Creed comic with his daughter. So a Sinners comic could very well be possible. Who would I want to do it? The person who felt like posting his art of a crossover between Sinners and Boardwalk Empire. I'd want to see Sanford Green write and do the art for that book.
Yeah, I would. I would.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, go look on Sanford Green's Instagram. One crossover he thought would be cool would be a crossover between Sinners and Boardwalk Empire. So I would fund that Kickstarter. I would fund that Kickstarter. Absolutely. But yeah, Sanford Green for me.
Yes, no. Honestly, I will co-sign Sanford Green just because I feel like if anyone could do it and have a lot of fun with it and make it like especially to bring the type of attention to it that I would like to see it get, I definitely would like to see a Sanford Green on that one. And knowing just how capable he is, I mean, I think he could both write and draw it and be no lesser for it. So what was I going to say? Oh, yes. One quick thing before we move it along to the next. Do we have any more questions in Discord?
We got one more.
One more. Before we hit that next question, just real quick, because something I was reminded of something that came up yesterday.
Okay.
And not yesterday. Duh, it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before that. It was Thursday-ish or something like that. I do want to remind people that we've had some people that have helped out with this. I want to just kind of push it back out there again just real quick, because one of the pillars of our community needs a little bit of help, and you've probably seen it come up in the Discord, and I wanted to kind of pass it on over here. There is a GoFundMe for one of our pillars, John Stewart, who's been a stalwart, a stalwart member of the community for 5 ever. Always in our chat, always bringing positive vibes and energy to our shows, whether it's Nerds of Culture, whether it's the Blerd Cave, whether it's the comment section on a video, and whether it's in the Discord. And I wanted to highlight something that was going on with him, and see if we can get the community to maybe help a brother out. He has a GoFundMe right now, and I'm gonna pull it up as well as post a link to it in the chat. So if if anybody, like I said, if you have the means to do so, please feel more than free. But I'm gonna just pull this up here. This is our people's right here. He needs some help with his truck, and this is he's got to do like dialysis and stuff like that. He ran into some car trouble, truck got fucked up, and he just needs some help. And like I said, he's been a pillar of our community. So I say, hey, can we help a brother out on our side? So I dropped the link in the chat. Even if you can't help by donating, help share it around. Maybe somebody that maybe somebody that can help will see it and do something with that. So like I said, just if you can, awesome. That would be amazing too. But yeah, please help a brother out. This is one of ours, and I don't want people to get it twisted. I don't want anyone thinking like, oh, I'm just doing this that we do this willy nilly. Like, no, John is for real. Like, I can't count too many times I haven't seen John in our chat.
Yeah, he in here right now.
He in here right now. I mean, let's say he's been in here almost this entire show. So I mean, I definitely want to. I want to help out as much as I can in this regard because John has been very good to us. And yeah, just like I said, it's the least I can do. So I just want to put that out there, and I didn't want it to be the last thing that we said. So give us our next.
Our last question is from a Christian rapper. Apparently, what's up, Blerd and Carter? I see that Marvel is trying to hint at a relationship between MJ and Flash. Joe Quesada said that he hated MJ and Peter's marriage. He's gone, isn't he? No, he's working on the Black Panther book with Christopher Priest. Is there a reason that Marvel still doesn't want Peter and MJ to be together in the 616, even though they're together in almost every other form of media and Elseworld comic? They don't have to be married to be together. Let me help you out here, dog. Marvel ain't putting MJ and Peter together. Why? Because for every person like you that is frustrated and will ask us why and will complain, there are millions of motherfuckers like you who will ask that same question and then ask for Amazing Spider-Man to be put in a pool boxes. So all that goddamn complaining and crying, but you still buying that book because you don't want to ruin your goddamn collection.
Oh,
so
I mean, that's a correct answer. I mean, it's not. If you keep buying the Spider-Man where they're not together, they will make sure the motherfuckers never stay together. Because I think there's a lot of okay, go watch my Christopher Priest interview. I did an interview with Christopher Priest very recently. I think it's actually very much worth the time that you could spend to watch it. It's actually one of my longer interviews. I actually did not intend for it to be as long as it was. I ended up talking to Chris for like almost 4.5 hours that night. That's including the 2.5 we were live, and just picking the man's brain. But one of the things he kept bringing up, and I think a lot of people didn't pay it as much attention as they probably should, is that the algorithm controls a lot of what Marvel does. The algorithm controls much of what Marvel does. And when they see people just going off about shit, they know that they are onto something. And that doesn't mean that's regardless whether it's good or bad. That's why Zeb stayed on Spider-Man probably for as long as they did, because motherfuckers were heated, but they were still fucking buying it and complaining. They were still buying and complaining.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another story
sorry, brother.
altogether.
Sorry, brother. All the you gonna get that Ultimate Spider-Man from Hickman, and you gonna buy with a smile on your goddamn face, and that's just gonna be the end of it. Just sorry, my brother. You are truly, if you're someone who don't buy it, you're in the minority. If you are someone who buys it with the hope you gonna see them together at some point, you're part of the problem. Highlight 915 gave us a 5. He said he's just clearing up his comment. He's a longtime supporter of the cave. I know this. It's the newer channels and creators cosplaying who he was calling out.
No. I think something got conflated. I understood what you were saying. I'm talking about. I was trying not to draw attention to it, but fuck it. Let's go ahead and draw attention to it. There are some other channels who are trying to take what I said and like use what I said in that video to beef with me. That was more directed at them than anybody else. I knew what you meant, but I'm talking about the people who are out here doing this shit. The people who are out here calling me out for saying that I'm purity testing people and that I'm trying to gatekeep black indies, and I'm like, no. It's not gatekeeping. Like, here's the thing I need people to understand, and I appreciate you for this, because you understand the assignment. But I can't gatekeep black indies. I couldn't if I tried.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are gonna go like here. Okay, here's the thing I think people need to understand about black folks in general. Black folks are gonna buy whatever the fuck they want. For as canceled as Chris Brown is, and I know that we're not talking about comics and we're just talking about music, but for as canceled as Chris Brown is, Chris Brown's still getting money.
That boy's still selling that show. What we talking about?
Right? So somebody, and here's the thing, it's mostly women in that crowd. And they know what he did. And they do. And you know what, Carter, can you take
Hey dog, hey, we not doing that. We finna go to the next super chat. Every lady and their mama is gonna tell you if Rihanna can forgive him, I can forgive him. The next super chat we got is from Mike Manhattan.
Yes.
The next super chat we got is from Mike Manhattan. He said, "Rest in peace to my homie Paul. I really miss my nigga." I know.
I really miss my nigga.
Yeah.
I really miss my nigga.
Yep. I think I ruined. Let me not say I think. I hope.
Sorry, I was getting into it. I'm sorry.
He said we pouring out some RC cola for the homie Paul. Y'all couldn't even pour out liquor. Y'all couldn't even pour out malt liquor. Y'all couldn't even pour out a Coors. This motherfucker poured out a RC. Was it the red or the blue can? That's the real question.
I said I might pour out a warm can of Yoo-Hoo or something. But I mean, I ain't gonna pour out the good shit.
No, I really hope that they do something with Paul in regards to, honestly. Oh, okay. I'm gonna say something gross. I'm gonna say something really gross, and I know nobody's gonna agree with me when I say this. Okay. Matter of fact, you know what? Give me the one, because I don't want you a part of it. This is only Carter's saying this. I don't want you a part of this. This is only yours truly saying this. With my signed Ryan Stegman and Donnie Cates Carnage art in the back. I really hope that either Paul can come back with Venom, because I don't really, even though people will complain about that, you're still gonna have Al Ewing at the helm, so something good may come out of it. Or you give Paul Carnage and just go whatever goofy ass cornball route y'all go with that, because he's heartbroken about everything that's going on. Or you could say that he's being manipulated by Carnage because Carnage knows that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Anything, just make him Venom, because everybody named Mama is complaining about Mary Jane being Venom, even though y'all asses are still buying that book. That's why Carnage, the better book, got canned.
Yep.
Or you give Paul Carnage just to get him off of Eddie Brock. Now you can come back, Ernie, because I truly think that the way Eddie Brock is being written with Carnage is very, 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 very inconsistent, because you can go from how it's a back and forth tug of war with how Charles Soule wrote him. Then you go to how Sam Humphries did it in like the New Avengers. I think that was Sam Humphries who was writing New Avengers. You go how he is in New Avengers, where it's damn near symbiote Deadpool almost. He's just a nut job, which is completely not how Charles Soule is playing him. And then you have how he's being written currently with this Spiral stuff, which is just he's less animated than he was in the New Avengers stuff. So it's just really weirdly inconsistent how they're writing Eddie Brock with Carnage. So if you can't have everybody agree that this is how we're going to write this character, just take this symbiote and put it on somebody else.
Yeah.
Give it to Paul. Hell, I mean, at this point, for as much hate and vitriol and now murder that character has gotten, he deserves a fucking symbiote more than anybody else do at this point. If y'all... Okay. And then we're going to move on.
Yeah.
There are a lot of you sick perverts out there. You raisin brand without the brand. Y'all just want a box of goddamn raisins in a bowl. Y'all pouring milk in. A lot of you sycophants and degenerates. Y'all want a Venom omnibus that's just the Lee Price stuff. Y'all want the Lee Price era of Venom collected, because it was fantastic according to a lot of y'all sick perverts. So if y'all can accept a Lee Price Venom, y'all could accept Paul in some symbiote form capacity.
I mean, the truth is, we almost got Paul as Venom.
Give him Carnage, MJ. Give him Venom, give him Toxin. I don't care.
Yeah, at this point, I don't care.
Like, I know for a fact that Paul ain't going nowhere. He's too much of a troll. If y'all put Paul in the deep freezer, but keep Rec Rap, I'll quit Marvel for like a week.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. The reason why they'll never quit Paul is because he gets too much of a reaction. Here's the thing.
Exactly.
Heat is not a bad thing. Like,
unless X-Pac heat.
Yeah. Like, you got go away heat. That's go away heat. That's what motherfuckers like. Nah, get the fuck up out of here. And technically, Paul has go away heat, but go away heat don't always work the same in comics as it does in wrestling. The thing is, because if everybody who hates Paul just stop talking about him, like, and I don't mean positive or negative. If everybody who hates Paul just stop talking about him. I don't mean just in the shop. I'm talking about on social media. I'm talking about everywhere. Like, stop making videos about this motherfucker. Stop talking about him on Reddit. Stop talking about his ass on Twitter or Instagram or Threads or Blue Sky or wherever. Stop saying that motherfucker name into your phone, and I promise you, Paul would have went away a lot faster.
I love the fact that one of the first things I saw on Reddit when it came to comic books is, this is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. Paul is dead. But Shadow Sonic Silver 6, I want to shake your hand, because you said you want to strongly disagree with me, because you finally got used to the idea of MJ being the new Venom. I would love to shake your hand, because you are the only person, and I've been black a long time, but you are the only person that I have heard in my time of being black and being a comic book reader that says they are getting used to the idea of Mary Jane Watson being fucking Venom. I want to shake your hand. Shake my hand.
I mean, I kind of said it. I mean, not so much in the exact same way, but like, I would have been way more on board with Mary Jane being Venom if they just led with that instead of doing that dumbass fucking mystery. Instead of doing
weight that they realized people were gonna be pissed if it was a trade weight, so they just sold it all in one big bundle.
Yeah, they knew what the fuck they were doing. Like, no, if they just would have started the book like, hey, I'm Mary, like if they like, you know what they should have done? They should have pulled a Barry
Mary
Allen.
Jane Watson.
Yeah. Yeah, right. And you've hit the jackpot, Tiger. I'm the all new Venom. If they would have done that, I mean, would it have been cheesy? Yes. Would it have been dumb? Yes. But would it have been infinitely more interesting than that bullshit that they pulled? Yes, it would have been. I would have. Yeah.
Real quick, where's Comics the Magazine? Where's Comics the Magazine?
Oh, I got him.
Where was Al Ewing on there? Where was Al Ewing on?
Oh, Al Ewing. Okay, so he is number 8 on the top 10 writers in this month's. He's number 8.
Who's number 9 and number 10?
So number 9 and 10. So Jason Aaron and Kelly Thompson.
Ain't no way in hell. Y'all know good goddamn well.
I was about to say,
y'all know good goddamn well. Al Ewing should not be up there. With as rough as that Venom has been, with how badly he has been writing Dylan, to where Dylan is like early Damian Wayne hate and dislike right now. Ain't no way in hell. You got Jason Aaron and Kelly Thompson. Al Ewing just got his feet resting on their back. That is a violation.
Look, here's the sad part. Jason Aaron, I don't even think his Absolute Superman is holding up anymore. I said that earlier at the beginning of the show, and I would still put Jason Aaron ahead of Al Ewing. Off the strength.
You got fresh Jason Aaron because you just read that Bug War.
I've been reading Bug Wars. So here, Bug Wars and Thundar the Barbarian been holding me down for Jason Aaron. So Kelly Thompson, the absolute Wonder Woman. Y'all put the absolute Wonder Woman, the person who has objectively the best book in the bunch, and y'all put her at the bottom. That's diabolical.
Jason Aaron. Okay, well, we're not even gonna talk about that comment because you kind of late to the party. No, we need to end the show right now. I need you to get that Booker T ready, because I'm doing that. You know what? Yeah, fuck it. We've been on here 3 hours now. I'm doing that outro this week, Ernie.
Wait. We got super chats. Get
these super chats. I'm getting ready.
We got some super chats. So real quick, I want to say shout out to Gearless Mo, because he hit us with the 1999 super chat, because he hit Jon Stewart's.
He said he hopes this helps. He didn't post his name, but Jon Stewart, we got you. I wouldn't even say the rest of that. No.
It is what it is, but just thank you. Also, shout out to Iron Goku with the 5. Says Marilyn Moonlight versus Monica Rambeau as Photon. Who winning? And do you think we will ever get a live action Marilyn Moonlight? Well, I can answer the last part of that question very easily, and it is a resounding boy, hell no, we ain't getting no goddamn Marilyn Moonlight in DCU. They barely want to put that motherfucker in the books. As much as I would love to see, as much as I would love to see her in some movies or a TV show, I don't think it'll ever happen, because just the way Joshua Williamson failed that character in so many ways, like just absolutely positively failed that character. As a matter of fact, failed her so hard. Failed Marilyn Moonlight so hard that she basically became an actual magical Negro. She became
the character. Who?
Joshua Williamson. The writer, the writer of Superman.
I thought your ass said Jason Aaron. I swear I heard Jason Aaron. I'm like, wait, what?
No. This was Joshua Williamson, and he gets this for that reason and nothing else. He gets a resounding.
You have failed this city.
He has failed Marilyn Moonlight in so many goddamn ways, made her a magical Negro, and that her only purpose in life was to save Superman. And now, since Superman, she pops up in Justice League Unlimited. God bless Mark Waid for trying to find something for her to do. But even in that situation, she just there's background dressing. She barely talking. She don't even really do a whole lot of anything. She just there. She just a Negro on the wall. Lord, I hate to see it. I hate to see Negroes on the wall. I don't like it. I don't like it. They just sit there.
Being said, ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you enjoyed this week.
Yes.
My name is Carter, and I hope you enjoyed this week's Blerd Cave presentation. That's the Blerd Without Fear, Ernie FBA Carruthers, and the B stand for Blerd. But we are out of here. Ernie has new videos that he's going to be putting out, or he has out, so go watch them. I might stream today because I'm currently downloading South of Midnight, and I wouldn't mind enjoying that with you guys, but I'm going to the comic shop first. So with all that out the way, come back, same Blerd time, same Cave channel next Saturday. And to whoever at Comics the Magazine put Al Ewing over Jason Aaron and Kelly Thompson this month, you